Yo, 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 yo. Pronounce it like the letter, don't say it at all. It's your boy S, and this is BARZ Wrestling Media. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Coming up next, we got a plethora of stuff to talk about. So much stuff to talk about, I can't even keep count. Also, we got a special guest, the homie Darkwing for Wrestling Tabernacle. We gonna tackle these topics real quick. Coming up next, BARZ Wrestling Media. Yeah, it's your boy S.
BO got that sound, boy.
About to stack up them commas. We back. Yeah, so I got the homie with me, Darkwing. Please,
What up? What up?
let these folks know who you are, where you from, and everything else that you involved in real quick before we get started on this live.
What up? What up? What up? Everybody on TikTok knows me as Darkwing, Darkwing Dubb, that is.
Hmm.
I live in Oklahoma, from Texas, live in Oklahoma. Longhorn stand up. Longhorn stand up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love college football, love pro football, love pretty much all sports, but my go-to is pro wrestling.
Yeah, most definitely. So we're about to get on this live and get interactive with you guys in 3, 2, 1. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are live on TikTok as we speak right now. Right now. All you folks on TikTok, make sure you tap in with your boys. We are live right now. Yeah. So, we got a bunch of things to talk about. Most importantly, we're going to try to tackle these topics within a quick fashion. We are not going to waste any time. I see y'all tapping in right away. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. We are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok right now. Right now. So, are you in the chat on TikTok right now?
Not yet, not yet. It's still updating. It just says it's been a while since I've logged in on TikTok on my tablet, so
Okay.
we still working on it.
All right. All right. So I got a special guest for folks that cannot see it on TikTok, but they can see it on YouTube. They can't see it on TikTok. My special guest is Darkwing from Wrestling Tabernacle. He is in here with me right now. So as soon as he gets everything settled on his end, you will be able to get interactive with him on TikTok Live. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jay Styles, what's good, man? What's good? Yeah. So we got a lot of things to talk about. One of the topics of discussion that we are going to discuss is John Cena final matches predicted by ESPN. That's right. John Cena's final matches predicted by ESPN. I don't know what to say, but we definitely going to discuss that. We also are going to talk about Conan is joining WWE's creative. Conan is joining WWE's creative in order to be able to help out his AAA promotion. We also are going to discuss Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff starting a new wrestling promotion. Interesting. Interesting, folks. But yeah, let's get up in this room. Hey, I'm gonna need you guys to do me a favor before I start inviting folks up on the panel. I'm gonna need y'all to get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. If you guys could give me at least 1,000 to 2,000 likes, we on the move. We on the move. You know what I'm saying? We want to get these likes up because we want people in this chat because we got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot
Plus
to
more.
talk about. Plus more. Plus more. You know what I mean? So let's get these likes up and then we're going to start the discussion. I'm going to need them shares. Share, 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 share. Let's get them shares up. You know what I mean? Invite folks. You know what I mean? Invite your peoples to let's get on this live. Let's get on this chat and let's have this discussion. Let's talk about it. You know, because it's have a lot to talk about. So let me get my tablet out here. Y'all see I'm more prepared tonight, right? I got all my notes together. Got all the notes together.
Your boy not though.
Huh?
Your boy ain't prepared.
Nah, you good. You good, yo. Don't even sweat it, man. You don't even sweat it, man. Everything is good, man. I'm just happy I was able. Yeah, I'm trying to sign in on my tablet so then I could see the notes because I forgot to write down the matches that they're talking about having as far as John Cena. Yeah, folks, let's get these likes up. Come on,
Yeah,
folks.
we know one for sure is going with Randy Orton. We know that one for sure. And here in a few weeks at Backlash.
Yeah, for sure. I know that's definitely going to be one of the matches for sure. I definitely know that. All right, so give me 1 second, folks, because I'm going to try something real quick so we could okay, where's the wallpaper? Wallpaper, okay. Switch grid layout. No, I don't need that. Okay. All right, let's see. I want to get a different wallpaper up here so then I can show what we're talking about. Polls, whatever. All right. Hold on. We almost there. We halfway there, folks. We halfway there. We are halfway there. What's good to everybody in the chat right now? What's going on, Ladybug? What's going on? Who else is in the chat?
Thank you. Yeah.
OTR, what's good? Keep them coming. We almost there. We almost there. We almost there. We are at 1,000. Yes.
Hey.
We are at 1,000. So let's get the folks up in here. Let's get the folks up in here. OTR.
I'll be there as soon as this thing keeps swearing me out.
Okay. What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey.
What's going on? Yeah. Just trying to get these notes together because it's a lot. It's a lot I want to tackle today. Hold up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me? There's no echo or nothing. I know last time I was getting an echo every now and then. There's no echo, right?
No, you don't have an echo.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me send this. Let me airdrop this to. Oh, so it's not showing the. For some reason. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me
All
give
right.
me 1 second. We go here. See if I can find it real quick. All right. Is that it? Nope. Is that it? Yes, this is it. All right. So I'm going to airdrop this. Okay, no wonder. Turn on Bluetooth. There you go. There you go. All right, we good. Everything else is fine. Okay.
Well, I wish I would have made sure this thing was updated. It's still updating. It's like the fifth one that it's tried to update.
Nah, it's cool. We going don't worry about it. We gonna still be able to
Yeah,
maneuver.
I'll just jump in whenever I can.
Mhm. Cause I got everything up. I got everything that we need on the screen. Just let me shrink it a little bit so it don't cover. Okay. All right, so our first order of business, I want to talk about this John Cena final matches predicted by ESPN. Now, I don't know exactly how true this is and who actually thought of this, whether the folks, actually just went on Chat GBT like me and you talked about Darkwing and said that
Right.
oh yeah, we're gonna do A, B, and C and get everybody on social media in an uproar. So I don't know how true this is, but apparently there's a list that got John Cena's final matches in WWE as far as who he's gonna face, at what time he's gonna face these people, and what pay per view it's gonna be. Like I said, I do not know how true this is, but we're gonna go over it. And we're gonna start off with, of course, we know he's gonna be facing Randy Orton. We know he's gonna be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Anybody got any predictions on how this whole Randy Orton match with John Cena is gonna come about?
Ooh,
That's
that's
too
good.
easy, bro.
I'm not quite sure yet. I think if they're smart, they're gonna let this continue.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping something unpredictable happens and it ends up in a DQ. Not quite sure though. I'm
Yeah,
still trying to figure that out. Cause I want Cena and Randy to continue just because I enjoyed their feud before.
right.
But John's gonna take the belt. At
Yeah,
some point.
I believe that's going to happen too. Before I let you talk, OTR, I do have a special guest on YouTube. He's trying to get himself together for the TikTok live so he could tap in. But I got Darkwing in here with me, and I need to hear his answer for this first question. John Cena, does he defeat Randy Orton, or does Randy Orton become a 15-time champion? What you got, Darkwing?
Randy Orton loses. He's gonna take the L on this one, whether if it's DQ Well, I guess it's not really an L if it's disqualification,
Mhm.
but a piece of me feels like Cody Rhodes is going to stop Randy from winning because of the jealousy that Randy is going after the title instead of him getting his rematch.
All right, so for those of y'all who can't see Darkwing at the moment on the TikTok live, so Darkwing's prediction is that he's going to stop John Cena from winning. That's his prediction. He's going to stop John Cena from winning because Cody Rhodes is going to interfere. Cody Rhodes is going to interfere because part of him is still pissed off at that debacle of a WrestleMania ending. So he going to stop him from winning. He's going to call a disqualification or possibly cost him the match, cost Orton the match. My bad. He gonna cost Orton the match, and then Zena's gonna retain, and he's gonna go after Zena, which will cause a feud between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. So before we get back to Darkwing, OTR, what is your prediction on this match?
Bro, to be that's actually a really good take
Mm-hmm.
because as I'm thinking about it, what is Cena going to do at Money in the Bank in the July pay per view? Because I think SummerSlam. I think we get Cena Punk at SummerSlam, but
Mm-hmm.
Cena's going to. I think Cena's going to retain either by DQ or he cheats to win. I think he's going to retain, but the Cody aspect is very good because you can have Cody, like Darkwing said, you can have Cody interfere, cost Randy, which is setting up their storyline. Then you could do a triple threat match at Money in the Bank, where it looked like Orton is about to win, but Cody comes in and like throws Orton out the ring. Then Cena like capitalizes on it, and Orton is like, "Cody, you cost me again," so that could set up layers to their feud. So honestly, I think Cena wins, but like Darkwing said, I could definitely see Cody returning and costing Randy Orton, but obviously not trying to actually. It's by accident he's going to cost him, but I actually Cena's going to do after Money and after Backlash. So we could really continue this and then do like a triple threat match at Money in the Bank, and then do Orton and Cody at SummerSlam. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, makes sense. Definitely makes sense. That's a very, very, very great take. Very, very great take. So I don't know if anybody in the comment section on the live got any predictions for that, but because I don't see any, so we gonna move on. Jay Uso defeats Randy Orton to retain the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. So they're basically saying that John Cena on his tour, he's going to face Jay Uso, and Jay Uso will defeat John Cena to retain the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. So what y'all think of that? We'll start with Darkwing first, who is on the live with me on YouTube, and then we'll get back to you guys. Darkwing, what's your take?
So they're saying that John is going to try to have both titles.
That's
Is
what
that
they're
what I'm
saying.
picking up?
Yes. Yeah, he's going to try to have both titles. Yep.
That's interesting because I feel like if that match were to happen at Money in the Bank, Jay Uso has to win.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense that he has to win
Mm-hmm.
to further his own storyline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He has to continue that underdog role because nobody's going to think that he's going to win that match. And he's got to be able to, he's got to protect the other belt. He's got to keep John from ruining wrestling more by having both belts and going home.
Yeah, so basically, Darkwing is saying that if Jay Uso would win, like what repeat it one more time quickly, so I want
It,
to make sure I get it
if
right.
that match, yeah. If that match were to happen, Jey Uso would have to win in
Mm-hmm.
order to protect wrestling because you know John Cena wants to destroy wrestling. And
Okay.
what's another way for him to destroy wrestling? By having both heavyweight title belts.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to partially protect wrestling, He's got to win this, and I do agree. Jey Uso would win because they don't want John Cena to necessarily continue to ruin wrestling more than what he already has.
Yeah, so basically, Darkwing's prediction on this one is that if Jey Uso wins, he's got to retain his belt and he has to take John Cena's belt because John Cena is trying to ruin professional wrestling. So his prediction basically is that he's going to win both belts. He's going to retain his own belt and win the other belt to keep John Cena from ruining professional wrestling. So basically, he's going to be the protector. So we start off with Ladybug. What is your thoughts on that?
I think that's a good possibility. I could see Cena with both belts. And I don't think The Rock's coming back yet.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we're gonna get Travis Scott again, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll probably get The Rock at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I definitely don't think that this is the last we'll see of Travis Scott. That's for sure because like I said before on another live, they're making plans for him to make an in-ring debut at some point in time. So he's not done. He's not done, not by a long shot. This is
Yeah.
just the beginning. This is just the
And you
beginning for him.
see, and Bard, you see they already had merch for him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've seen merch for Travis Scott online.
Oh wow. 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 Does it
That's
look
interesting.
good? Does it look good?
It's straight.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. So he's already starting off. Okay. Okay. So OTR, what's your prediction on that?
I don't personally. I don't think they should do that. To be honest with you, I think they should keep the titles separate. I feel like there's way more than enough time. I mean, I get that Cena, he really should go after two belts since he's trying to ruin pro wrestling. So why not take the other title as well?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's so much talent on both shows. I don't want to see a double. I don't want to see a double champion again. To be honest with you, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's so much talent on Raw and SmackDown that you keep them separate. But to
Mm-hmm.
say if this does happen, I think Cena should win honestly because it plays more into the narrative of him trying to ruin pro wrestling. And
Mm-hmm.
he's retiring in December, so I wouldn't take the title off of him in June. But in my opinion, I don't want to see it because I feel like I said, I'll do the Cody Orton Cena triple threat at Money in the Bank. Then I'll do like Jey Uso versus like Sami Zayn or something. Just I'll keep them separate. I don't want a double champion or combine the titles, but in
Mm-hmm.
retrospect, it would make sense for Cena to want both titles since he's trying to run pro wrestling. But I kind of don't have that much interest in seeing this match.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me elaborate more for those of y'all who just coming into the live or whatever. So this is just a prediction. This is not real. This is not sealed in stone. This is just somebody who probably got on ChatGPT and decided to make a note of ESPN predicting these matches on what could happen on John Cena's tour. You know what I mean? So we don't know if this is even going to happen. We don't even know if WWE got this in the back pocket somewhere. None of us know that. But this is what has been posted, on a page, and I thought it was pretty interesting. That's why I wanted to go over it. So we're going to head off to the next one, and it says John Cena defeats CM Punk at SummerSlam in July. So we're going to start off with the people on TikTok Live. So let's start off with you, Miss Ladybug. What do you think about this? John Cena versus CM Punk at SummerSlam in July. Who wins?
So I definitely give it to Cena, just because he has gone on this thing about wanting to ruin wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to ruin wrestling, beat everybody's favorites. And
Mm-hmm.
who is a big favorite? CM Punk. So
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. And I will say, like, as far as Punk and Cena, this is definitely one of the feuds I want them to bring back anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Them doing that. I definitely think that that's possible for Cena to defeat CM Punk at SummerSlam and like just basically run because At the end of the day, John Cena said something that was very important in one of his promos. He says he's going to be the last champion of his era. And if y'all remember, all the people that he's faced thus far is from his era, with exception of Cody Rhodes, of course. But everybody after that he's trying to line him up, they're definitely in his era. So I believe that's a possibility that could definitely happen. That definitely happened. OTR, what's your prediction on that?
Yeah, I definitely want to see that. I think that's the route they need to go. Cena versus Punk, SummerSlam, main event, night one. It's just perfect. It's what, 14 years ago they faced each other at SummerSlam, and
Right.
let's do it again. Cena Punk, we're not really gonna get it. I wanted to see it at Money in the Bank, but they was like, oh, they Money in the Bank taking place in LA. I was hoping they do Money in the Bank in Chicago so we could get a call back, but perfect. Just do it at SummerSlam. Cena versus Punk. I'll have Cena retain. I think Punk gets his moment next year. He's gonna eventually win the title, but right now it's not the right time.
Right. Yeah. That sounds pretty accurate too. Yep. Hey, Jay Styles, the wrestling historian's in the building. The homie, Exhausted Goblin, is in the building. I want to hear both of y'all takes. I'm going to start off with Exhausted. What's good?
What's good, Bars? How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, bro. Hey, listen, did you hear what we were discussing thus far?
No, you know what? I all I heard was about Punk versus Cena. I just strolled into the live. And then I heard a little bit about Jay versus John or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So what we doing right now? This is the topic of the session right now, and then we're gonna go to the next topic. We're running down the list of ESPN posting their predictions of John Cena's tour of last matches before he retires. So,
Gotcha.
So now I don't know how accurate this is. I don't know how true this is, but somebody posted this on Facebook and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I said, let me bring it to the topic of discussion tonight. And we already went over John Cena versus Randy Orton. We went over John Cena versus Jey Uso. So now we're at CM Punk versus John Cena. So what's your thoughts on that? What's your predictions on that?
I mean, I definitely think it should happen. I mean, it's definitely on the short list of, I'm pretty sure everybody who's at least a recent wrestling fan. Yeah, going into like when Cena announced his retirement tour and things like that. I mean, I would probably venture to guess that CM Punk, if not number one, was number two on the list of people John has to fight. As far as, I mean, to me, it's Randy and John. You know, Randy and CM Punk. Those are the first two that come to my mind when I think John Cena rivals, John Cena matchups. We need to get one more time. Yeah, I definitely think it will happen. I can see it happening probably at SummerSlam, just because with SummerSlam being 2 nights this year, it's I mean, what that's about as big of a marquee matchup as you can have going into probably whether it be SummerSlam night 1, probably most likely SummerSlam night 2. Yeah, so I think it's definitely going to happen. I think that, I mean, I get why they're doing Randy versus John right now, especially being in St. Louis. I mean, I think having Randy and John in St. Louis will definitely tie into, I think Ladybug mentioned it about John Cena ruining wrestling. So having John Cena ruin like that match in Randy's hometown will definitely add to that storyline. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think it will happen. And yeah, I mean, it's tough too, because both at this age, it's definitely, I think, well, it's a match I think a lot of people want to see. I hope I think it was OTR who mentioned Money in the Bank 2011. It's definitely not going to be Money in the Bank 2011. I mean, they're both pushing 50. Punk, they definitely get gassed quickly. So I mean, I think as far as, oh man, this is going to be one more classic in their storied rivalry and things like that, it's definitely going to be tempered down a little bit because I don't think it's going to be to the degree of their Monday Night Raw match or their Money in the Bank match or anything like that. But I think it's still a match we need to see. I think it's still going to be a match that people are going to be hyped about. And yeah, man, I definitely want to see it. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think, well, sorry, one more thing real quick. I don't know if it was on this list that you mentioned, but I mean, for me, I think one of the ones that I think would be on, that I hope would be on this list is I'd like to see John versus AJ one more time. I mean, they had a great rivalry when AJ got to the WWE. So yeah, John Cena and AJ one more time, that I think is probably high on my list, probably number one and the most that I want to see from John's last run.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see that match again. I didn't even think about that. That's a good take. Like, I definitely even think about that. So yeah, I definitely would like to see that again. Jay Styles, I know you've been listening. So what is your prediction on John Cena versus CM Punk on his tour?
That is already on the table for discussion. That's something that they had discussed during the Pat McAfee show.
Mm-hmm.
During the week of WrestleMania, they said if Cena won, who he faced, and CM Punk was mentioned. But they didn't necessarily say at SummerSlam. They just said, somewhere along the 27 date that they would wrestle. Cena would not drop the title to CM Punk as much as it would make sense from a rivalry storyline perspective. But from what they're trying to do with this retirement tour run, he would not be the opponent to pin John Cena cleanly and make sure that history isn't rewritten because of what John Cena is attempting to do by the end of the calendar year. The Jey Uso Money in the Bank prediction, that doesn't even make sense because it's too soon to have a title versus title match, considering that Jey Uso by that time would have only had the title for roughly over 90 days. So that wouldn't even make sense.
Right.
Plus, the last title versus title we had was during the pandemic. So that was with Roman Reigns. So we really don't need another title versus title unification bout anytime soon. Right. Especially with John Cena and Jey Uso as your two champions.
Right.
So those, I nullify that idea that ESPN had through Chat GPT. I nullify that personally. I think that the person least likely to defeat John Cena out of all people is The Miz.
Yeah, The Miz? Wow. Y'all can't see Darkwing's face, but Darkwing gave the same face I gave. That's interesting.
Because he is one of Cena's antagonists. If you think about it.
Yeah.
That people often overlook. He's one of John Cena's main antagonists besides Edge and Randy Orton and CM Punk.
That's true. He's one of the guys that beat John Cena too when John Cena was in his prime. He beat John Cena for the title, and he will be the first to tell you about it too. Like, I beat John Cena at WrestleMania. That seems pretty accurate.
Before we see Rusev with the title. Don't be surprised if they book Rusev to be the title now that they brought him back.
I think that would be definitely a step up for him if they do something like that, and I do think he's deserving of it, considering the fact that he really didn't get much done in AEW. So I definitely be intrigued to see that. So before we get to everybody else on the panel, I want to get Darkwing's take on this John Cena versus CM Punk. So y'all can't see Darkwing at the moment because he's on the YouTube live. But as soon as he gets things together on the TikTok live, I'm going to allow him to tap in, and we're both going to be hosting this live together. So, Darkwing, I want to hear your take, and then I'm going to get the rest of the panel's take, and then we're going to move on.
CM Punk, I mean, I'm here for it. I mean, it's kind of like what Goblin was saying. It's not going to be some, even with Randy Orton, it's not going to be some spectacular match because they're all old.
Yeah.
But it will be intriguing. You know what I mean?
No, he's on YouTube talking to him. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to link the two together like I have it with mines, but he's trying to get his TikTok together. So as soon as he gets that together, he's going to be hosting with me, and then y'all going to be able to see him and hear what he's saying too.
Okay.
All right, Exhausted, no problem, bro.
Have
Go
a great
ahead,
night,
Darkwing.
Goblin.
Go ahead, Darkwing.
No, I was just saying it's not going to be some spectacular match or anything. But I mean, I think no matter who he faces, he's going to hold on to the belt at least until Survivor Series.
Are you okay?
What is going on?
Yeah.
Yo, Abe is funny.
Abe, are you breathing?
Is Abe trying to tell me something? And you what's your take?
Abe had a rough night.
Y'all over there telling secrets. What's going on, man?
Nah. Y'all can't hear him at the moment because he gotta link his TikTok. So
no, I'm just joking with you. I heard you.
It's updated. It's updated. Just waiting on it to finish
like, soon
updating.
as Abe played the wood, I'm like, yo, why he thinking like I'm thinking right now?
That's what I was saying. But then I was like, let Bars have his conversation over there on YouTube. So Abe, talk to me. You okay?
No problem. He almost done.
He almost done. Worried because you didn't respond to me.
No, they could go. They could go.
So I was like, I'll let him have his space for the moment.
All right. So we gonna get to Abe. I know I want to hear Abe's take real quick. So John Cena versus CM Punk in July at SummerSlam. What's your thoughts on that if it happens?
Man, he's two of my least favorite people. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Punk, man. You know, he been putting in work, man. Let Phil have one.
Yeah, I think
least favorite people.
Yeah.
Wow. God, you gotta hate on my CM Punk because you got hurt tonight. Like, damn, no wonder I'm eating ice cream.
He Phil in my book. That's Phil.
Oh, so I was reading the comment section. What is this about? What is this about a gorilla? Like, you know what I mean?
It's the 99 men versus one gorilla that they've been doing challenge all over social media. Like if you and 99 other men had to fight one gorilla, who would win? You 99 guys or that one gorilla?
Well, actually,
I would take the bear.
I'll take 99 Mark Henrys.
He said 99 Mark Henrys.
I'll take 99 Mark Henrys, bro.
Conscious left us and came to your live and left me and Walter in there. Hush.
I left because
remember, I'm a mod in here. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm a mod in here. Don't make me mute you.
I'll leave.
So you know legendary leprechaun, right? I call him Lucky Charms, but his friend's in there, and Conscious and him are talking rap, and then he drops and leaves me and Walter in there, and he's like, Angel, so how much money to get you to stop drinking? I'm like, what? I'm sober. Then he goes, well, how much to get you and the gorilla and 99 people? And Walter's like, are you trying to hurt us? Like, what is wrong with you? So I'm like, deuces, I'm out. Walter, let's go. So yeah. I was like, I'm out.
No, because I saw Abe. I'm like, what's good, Abe? But then I hear him talk about the gorilla thing. Then I saw him Bars sent me sharing the live video. So I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Or Ladybug said my
can you hear me?
Thank you, Ladybug. I knew.
Thank you too, Ladybug. Thank you, darling. Because
you've been upgraded, Ladybug. Conscious has been downgraded, and Abe, you're about to be unfriend.
Excuse me. First off, I had a long day today. I had to be in someone else's live talking about basketball, and then a female comes in and talking about how men ain't S. Like what? How we talking
Oh
about?
hell no.
He is not bringing that drama over here,
Yeah,
Walter. He about to get messy again. Look at him.
No, I'm not. I'm
bruh,
not getting messy. I'm chilling. I
bruh,
just
you
had I just
wildin',
had to
bitch.
push right. Walter was in the live bars. He know. But anyway, back to you, bars, because you're the
Here he
host.
goes, Walter.
All right, yo, we gonna get into side topics later because I want to hear this because it was pretty fun last time when we
Okay.
did this. So we gonna get into some side topics. So I want to hear your take, Angel. What's your take?
I'm listening.
John Cena versus CM Punk at SummerSlam in July. If this happens, who wins?
She pulled the Paul Heyman. Do, 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 do.
I didn't pull anything. What are you talking about?
Wait,
Anyways,
what?
Ladies and gentlemen.
it's all about Punk. It's all about Punk. Unlike Abe, I'm actually going for the person I like. Unlike his John Cena. Yeah, it's all about Punk. But I don't think it will be that. I think it will still be either Roman Punk or I think it'll be Seth and Punk.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be Cena yet.
Okay. All right.
I think that might be like Paris.
What'd you say?
I think it might be in Paris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Paris or
they're
Clash.
doing something in Paris. Oh, okay, yeah, Clash. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I got
Clash,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it would be in Clash.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of Clash of Champions, Clash of Paris.
Abe, do you think Cody will be okay by then, or do you still think he'll need a mental break for losing to Cena?
Cody good right now. He just letting y'all get a little sunshine. Ain't nothing to it.
Right.
All you gotta do is
Right,
pop
Abe.
up.
Right, Abe.
Well,
You
here's
know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
Well, here's the thing, right? So I was reading up on this post, right, on Facebook, and they're basically saying that Cody is basically this is going to be a slow burn for Cody to turn heel. That's what they're
Yes!
saying. That's what they're
I
saying. That
mean,
I don't know how
no
true it
problem.
is, but that's what they're
I'm
saying.
here for it.
I mean,
I'm here
honestly,
for
he
it.
needs to. He needs to.
Abe, do you think like he needs another ass beating before he turns heel, Abe?
Another.
Yeah, a bad one. Like get dragged in the mud, and then he finally turns into Homelander, and then he goes on a fucking rampage and stomp a
Walter,
mud
is your
hole on
name
everybody.
Abe?
Yeah,
WWE
I
don't even
speak for
deserve
him.
Homelander.
I speak for him on that one.
I can't with you,
WWE don't
Walter.
even deserve Homelander Cody, man.
Hell, WWE don't
Abe is
even
still
WWE
butthurt.
don't
You
even.
were still butthurt about the whole Cena thing. This is too funny.
Bro, because I feel I get where Abe is coming from. The way that WWE is moving right now, which also by the way, bars, if I had to see that match, I would say Punk only because Cena got his 16-time title or 17-time, whatever the case may be. So yeah, we can give it to somebody else who says that he's gonna last like another 4 or 5 years in the company.
All right.
So I'd rather give it to CM Punk. Plus, when he did have the championship, he actually like held it prestigiously. It wasn't boring seeing John. It wasn't boring seeing CM Punk as the champion.
I got a hot take.
Go ahead.
But yeah, good.
I believe. Well, this is an unpopular take, but I believe it should be a rising up and coming superstar.
Carmelo Hayes.
You can
Like
say
Joe
that
Hendry?
one.
Darkwing just said Carmelo Hayes. Darkwing
Yep,
just said
that's
Carmelo
it.
Hayes.
Yeah, I would. It's
You
either
know the
Tricky
sad part about it,
Williams
I could see
or
him
Carmelo
winning Money in the
Hayes.
Bank. I could see him winning Money in the Bank, and then him cashing it
No, they're gonna
in.
get that to Braun Breaker.
No, I take that back. Obafemi.
No,
Okay, this is
not yet.
here's a wild take, bars. I think RKO beats Cena. Cena wins Money in the Bank, and then he goes on his journey for number whatever next.
18.
What is it? 19? 18?
18.
Yeah.
That's
So
not bad. That's not
yeah.
bad.
Let's look for that one, and then the other hot take is still Logan Paul's beating Jay.
Oh,
Speak about that. Speaking
I want
about
the internet
that,
to be ablaze.
we saw a report that said that Jay Uso is actually suffering from a arm injury that he suffered at WrestleMania, which is going to require surgery. So
That is the
that
sports keto.
basically
We talked about it. That lady
I
was
know,
cuckoo.
I know. It was the face that Bars made. Like, oh, wait a minute, wait, what we
It was
talking?
Sports
Like,
Kita. Oh my
this is for real?
god.
'Cause if this is for real, oh, then we might as well just go ahead and get ready to pull out the no more yeet infections.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, like Darkwing agrees. Like you might as well just just call it quits with this whole yeet thing. Because if that's really true and he really is injured, then he might be on the verge of having one of the shortest world title runs in WWE history. You know what I
It'd be a
mean?
Would
damn
you be
shame.
mad?
That was a
That's a
waste
holy
of a
shit
run for
moment.
Gunther, though.
Hey, look at that, Abe. I'm promoting
Yeah.
your brand.
So Darkwing said. Darkwing said that was a waste of a run if that is true, and I agree with that. That is definitely a waste of a run. Why would they
Can
even
you
So,
do that?
imagine like Rikishi's podcast the minute that happens? Like his
I
tweets.
mean,
Oh
Can
my
you
If they do,
god!
if
imagine
they're
like the
gonna have
world being
him
set
drop
ablaze
the
because
title
Logan fucking Paul
to
won?
Logan
I would
but
be
Paul,
guess
so
what?
here for it.
I'll tell Rikishi, I'll be like, your son made an ass of himself, just like you did.
Oh man! So go
if
ahead,
they're,
Darkwing about to say something real quick. So give me 1 second. Go
I,
ahead.
I was just
Okay.
saying, like, if they were going to have him drop the title to Logan Paul on his first defense, then
I was gonna
they
say,
should have just left the title on Gunther.
Hmm.
Damn. Conscious, I still can't
That's
get my
it.
mind off of that one chick, bro.
Yeah. So Darkwing
I
said
hate
that
you
if they were
too.
going to do something like that, they should have just left the title on Gunther. You know what I mean? From the jump, they should have never took the title off of him in the first place, and that makes so much sense. So
But
I'm
then we
hope.
wouldn't get the incredible Gunther versus Pat McAfee match. That's gonna be epic. I
which is
mean,
gonna
and the
have
return of
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Yeah,
There's Darkwing.
yeah, there he is right
Darkwing.
there.
Am I in
Yeah,
there? I
yeah,
can't
you're
tell
in
if
it.
I'm in there. It's
Yeah,
moving slow, so I can't really see.
nah, you're coming up right now. So what I'm gonna do is soon as you appear, I'm gonna link you so then that way you could be the So you got you on here. So hold on. How do we switch to the co-hosting
Oh,
thing? Where is that?
Ladybug, it's 28 days, Ladybug,
Okay.
if he loses
IC
his
title
title.
is 20. IC title is 28 days. If he loses it on May 19th, that's 29 days.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
28 for 29.
Yeah.
Lakers in
Can y'all hear
5.
me?
Yeah, what's good,
We
Yeah.
can
Big
hear you
Wing?
now.
Yeah, they hear you.
Okay.
I don't
So
think if you do two boxes, that's you and him, and we won't be able to stay up here. That's probably why it's not giving it to you.
oh,
He's trying to
okay.
make it. He's
So
trying to make me a co-host.
yeah, but that's the problem is it won't work like that. So what would happen is when you go live, bars,
Mm-hmm.
then you send him a link, and then it's just you and him in the box. Like, but I know Abe, you do something different over with you and Barbara on YouTube to where like it looks cool. I don't know how you do that though.
Yeah, that's
Free
why.
restream.
Yeah, but I've seen people too when they link the two co-hosts together, they still
But
have
none of
people
us
in the
can be on
chat.
there.
They don't have people in the chat.
Not in the chat, but we wouldn't be up here like this. Yeah, it would just we would all be in the chat. Some would be on his side and some would be on your side.
Oh,
The
okay,
only
yeah.
way to do side by side is like one person I think would have to drop, or you might be able to just change the grid. Where is that Longhorns?
It's up on Texas.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do it like this next
Oh
time because I
God,
don't want to
Darkwing
drop.
from Texas. Oh God.
Bro, don't mess with my Longhorns. Manning
Don't start.
is gonna
Don't
be
start.
QB #1 this
You don't
year.
want
Darkwing,
the
Okay.
smoke.
we was cool, but
No,
you had to put
you
on
know
that
what,
damn
Conscious?
Brahma
You know
Bull
what?
logo.
Just
You're
wait,
just like
Conscious.
him.
I'm
You
Ain't
gonna
no
messed
bro.
up.
say
It's
it.
a Longhorn,
No,
bro.
you just like him. You didn't show up at WrestleMania. You messed up the script.
Conscious, lay off my Longhorns. Okay,
It's
Fuck them down.
we have Manning as QB1 this year, and we are going all the way. I'm telling you.
Man,
I
I
mean, isn't
hope
it
the
sad?
Rams draft
Isn't
them,
it sad
man.
that the Longhorns do better than the Cowboys? Damn, still can't
Conscious.
win.
We are now. You
Man,
know what?
hey,
You know
man,
what?
this is cowboy
Abe,
slander,
you
man. Come
just took
on,
over
man.
Conscious's spot as friend, BFF. Conscious, you're now associate, and Walter, you're now pal.
Nice.
You're slowly slipping. I'm changing everybody.
Well, guess what? I'm from New York, like DMX. I mean,
I'm
I'm
from New
slipping, I'm
York.
falling, but guess what? I still get up. Okay.
All right.
If I send you a galaxy, will you drop Conscious and just stick him in the chat for a while? We don't need him up here.
Oh
Well, go right
man.
ahead. Go
He
right
said,
ahead. I have
hey,
other
he
chats. I have
trying to
other
treat
chat
conscious like
requests,
Blackwing.
and that's one thing I'm
Bananas for
not.
2 weeks.
I got other
Oh,
chat.
hey,
I
well,
just got 4 other DMs to be a guest for other chats, so it won't hurt.
Yeah, speaking of Blackwing, I did see him
Uh-oh.
in a lot of political channels. You know what I mean, talking about some stuff too. So
bro.
yeah, I did see.
Don't do
Hey,
that.
I swear, bro.
Yo,
I was
Darkwing,
in
that's
one of
the
the
face. That's
political,
the face.
one of those political channels, and oh my god,
Nah,
I told you
I'm
guys.
not going to front. I'm not going to front though. There was some of the stuff he was saying was making sense, but you know when he gets so animated like that, it's hard for people to understand. But you know, like I said, man, working in the environment that I work in, I kind of can understand him fully because I work with people like that every single day. So like when he was going off about the whole situation, whatever, I don't remember exactly what he was like saying, but it has something to do with eggs and prices and all this other stuff in it, and it kind of made sense on what he was saying. Yeah, but moving along, let's get to this next one. It says John Cena and Travis Scott defeat Cody Rhodes and Bad Bunny at SummerSlam.
I
Hey,
seen
you
that
take
shit
that
too.
one.
So who wanna go first on that? I'm gonna give y'all a pick. Who wanna go first on that one, and we'll just go from there.
The only Cody fan in here.
Oh, whoa.
yo, watch what the Cody saying is.
Everybody's a Cody fan deep down inside.
Say what? Oh no, that's a nightmare. That's really a nightmare in America.
You act like when that song don't play, you won't put your hands up on that
I
wall.
don't, bro. I don't.
Well,
If
I
I
mean,
play,
do the
I
hey,
don't.
yo.
well, but that's not all the
You lying
time.
Abe,
yourself.
I'm from the '80s. I'm from the '80s. I play Stone Cold Steve Austin before I play some damn American Nightmare.
I'm from the '80s too.
Exactly. So you should understand. I'm not a fan of
I
Cody.
believe
Play
in
his dad.
Jehovah.
I'll play He's the American Dream before I play some damn American Nightmare.
All right,
Oh
about
Well,
man,
you
you
better
gotta
not
man.
be
man, you
playing
can
no
have your
Hulk
I
Hogan
only
before
hear
you play
voices.
American Nightmare.
No,
Don't do that.
I'm talking
Don't
about
do
Dusty
that.
Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes. He's just a common
Oh,
I
I
thought
thought
you
you
said
said
Hogan.
Hogan. I thought you said
Hell
Hogan.
no.
My bad.
I don't play no whole Barry. I don't play no whole Barry Hogan.
Dark Green, I need you to move to the left. Let me see your picture.
I play some Razor Ramon.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
Okay.
logo's fire. That logo's fire. I
Nah,
told
it
you that.
That's
is.
cute.
That logo's dope. Yeah. So what is your take on that, Abe? What's your take on that? Travis Scott and John Cena defeats Cody Rhodes and Bad Bunny at SummerSlam.
Man, I really hope that's just like some rumor, man. I don't even want to see that, man.
Yeah, it's
I like
it's
Cody
basically
too big for some gimmick match, man.
Yeah, it's basically what somebody made up with ESPN and I guess Chat GBT or whatever. I don't know how accurate it is, but everybody was like up on the uproar on his Facebook group. So I screenshot it and took it and I said I wanted to bring it to discussion tonight. So that's basically what it is.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it for the entertainment. I mean, if I had to, I would. But I'd leave stuff like that to like the Damian Priestes. You know what I mean? I don't even like Travis Scott. Man, I think he ruined that moment with Cena turning heel, man. So just him being in the ring, I ain't cool with that. Yeah, he got to earn his way. You know, like Logan Paul did. He came in. I ain't really respect him. Not Logan. To me, man, he kind of killing him, man. I know people hate him, but he can go. But
yeah, I have to agree. Like when Logan Paul first came in, I couldn't stand him. I was like, yo, why is this guy even here? Why is this guy here?
I thought it was disrespectful to the business and everything.
And then when he got in the ring and he started to go, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold up. Yeah, like this guy really can move. Like, who was training this guy? Where did he get this from? And before you know it, they put the U.S. title on his back right away. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. And not for nothing, Rey Mysterio almost botched a certain dive, and he caught Rey Mysterio. He caught him and saved him.
He protected him.
Yeah.
he would have ended his career right there.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah, he
that's
would.
veteran like instincts for him to do that. So I was like, damn. So yeah, they made the right move, when they pushed him like that. So yeah, I agree with you.
I ain't convinced Travis Scott can even throw a punch. So man, he got to show me something, or I don't want to
Yeah.
see him in no ring
Abe,
with
Abe,
Cody.
Hey,
Abe, you're being a fiend.
hey, he gave Cody a black eye.
Fiend.
Oh
Right.
man,
He hit him with
And
the
your boy
watch.
Cody ain't get his
I could give him a
receipts.
black eye.
I'm gonna be
Whoa.
like Drewski. I'm gonna be like
I,
Drewski. I'm just saying.
I'd rather see Bad Bunny in the ring than versus Travis Scott. Like,
I
give me
want
a
to play.
break.
I want to play devil's advocate real quick. I gotta tell you.
Ooh.
Let's go,
Here-
Ladybug.
so I want to give Travis Scott the W, and this is why.
Really?
So I feel like we're gonna get we're gonna get an interference from Drew McIntyre, and I think he's
Yes.
gonna be the third person with Rock to save the storyline. And so we end up getting Drew and Cena at some point, maybe at Saturday Night Main Event, or I don't know the schedule of the PLEs this year, but maybe after SummerSlam, whatever that is. And then Cena still gets the W to ruin wrestling. I think he's going to keep that rhetoric of attacking everybody and gatekeeping the belt, if that makes sense.
That's interesting.
See, I wouldn't
John Cena
mind that.
last match. I already know who his last match should be against.
I wouldn't mind that in a clash of what do you call it? Because they're gonna go back to Ireland for Drew McIntyre's hometown. The clash of what was it again?
Clash at the Castle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cena versus Drew McIntyre. I wouldn't mind that be the main event.
Yeah, for Cena's last match, I'm gonna be like this. Hey, Cena, I got your opponent. Who? You can look, but it's not much. Nikki Bella, get your flat ass out there and go fight your ex-boyfriend.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Two
God,
total divas.
conscious.
Two total divas. Let's see if you can handle it. Hey, and don't worry, I got you. Hey, Nikki signed the NDA. She signed the NDA.
Now will you drop him if I send you a galaxy?
yeah, he said you can never.
So,
Yo.
bars. By the way, Angel just sent it to me. So apparently, there were a number of WWE staff that were cut today, including the senior vice president of creative writing operations, Christine Lubrano.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I mean,
No
from what
talent yet. No
no
talent
talent,
yet.
but from the sounds of it, they're cleaning up
It's
house.
coming.
Wow.
It's coming.
Wow. So y'all hear that, folks? We got the scoop just recently.
That was it was dropped 34 minutes ago by Sean Sapp.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Wow.
So
AJ Styles, what you got to say about that?
AJ Styles?
Yeah, Styles, man. I definitely.
It's happening. It's happening. I can feel it. It's happening. I'm gonna get AJ Styles and the Good Brothers at Double or Nothing.
And Cedric Alexander.
Yo, Styles, what you got to say about that? Is he there?
Yo, Jay Styles.
Yo, Styles.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Added on me.
Oh, okay. Yo, so what did you hear? Did you hear exactly what was said?
No, I didn't catch everything.
Oh, so there were a number. So this is from Sean Ross Sapp. Angel sent it to me. Shout out to her, even though we're not cool. So there were a number of WWE staff that were cut today, including Senior Vice President of Creative Writing Operations, Christine Lubrano.
I might have to take some time and think about what you just said and come up with a counter to that. I gotta need some time to think about what you just said, because that's an interesting proposition WWE could go with on that. And I don't see it not happening. I don't see it happening immediately.
It just happened. They cut a bunch of people.
Happened.
They fired him.
What I'm saying, immediately as far as a long-term investment. I'm not saying in the real time. I'm talking about long-term trajectory.
I think what it means is The Rock is bringing in his own people.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like what The Rock said. It sounds like what he said with Pat McAfee is basically what he's doing. Like, he's showing us why he said, if I was in charge of creative relations and creative talent, this is what I would have done. So when he said that, that was a clear sign. Okay, you about to do something, and then of course Ari Emanuel, being your best friend, the person who's over Triple H, you can just go to him and be like this. Hey, you mind if I make these changes? Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, cool.
I mean, if you look at it like that, if you look at it based on what the Rock is saying versus what Triple H said, that's really it. If you really go back to the dawn of the Attitude Era and the ruthless aggression era, how you had a lot of backstage, politics involved and people siding with Triple H and the clique versus, people like The Rock and The Undertaker being the ones to say, look, this is how we're going to settle it. That's really what you need, even though both Triple H and The Rock are in executive and director roles, with TK on WWE. Somebody has to get in between them and be the arbitrator or mediator to resolve this. Or you could just put it in a legitimate TV personality storyline like you did back in the day with DX and the Hart Foundation. You can have a real heat build up and let the fans decide who they're going to side with, and then from there you can create all these intense rivalries based on who you align yourself with. Are you a Triple H supporter or are you a Rock supporter?
So you're looking at it as more of like a Civil War kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking he looking at it like from like how they did bragging rights, where they used to have like, SmackDown versus Raw. I think he's trying to say like in that case, but having, The Rock and Triple H in like this storyline, which honestly, like I get where he coming from, but nah, this ain't no storyline. This is basically The Rock saying, we getting rid of all the
It
creative
could very well
issues.
be a storyline.
That's
It could
interesting.
very well be a storyline because I remember back in the day in the Jim Crockett promotion, Dusty Rhodes being a top booker, then Ole Anderson behind the scenes. Ole Anderson had his heels and faces that started with him, and then Dusty Rhodes had Ric Flair and the rest of the Horsemen siding with him. So it was an intense rivalry before it became WCW in terms of the booking in NWA. So they could be taking, the Rock and Triple H are old school guys. They believe in the old school wrestling days, so they could be taking a page from back in the day from Dusty Rhodes, and with this stuff they saying both on Twitter, on McAfee's show, on different podcasts about things. This could actually be a distractional storyline that fans like, oh, what's going to happen? Who's really going to take accountability and responsibility for what happened? Who's going to really take the reign and control of content creations moving forward now that WrestleMania is gone? This could be all one big build up to like give you an additional layer of interest outside of John Cena's heel turn and 27-day tour date. You got
Wow.
to look at it like that. It's a lot of possibilities you can go with that. You can't just go off of what somebody is saying and not look at it from a different point of view. Like this could be real storytelling.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. For me to really get a grasp of that, I will have to go back in the in the archives and really look at the that whole time frame as far as the days of the territories and really see what had transpired in that to really get a gist of what you're saying. But it does make sense in a way too, like like what Darkwing said, sort of like a Civil War type of thing, where you got the one side is with this guy and the one side is with that guy. So it does definitely line up to make sense. But I would have to go back in the archives and really look at it to really see exactly what you're talking about. So let's move on to the next one. They got Joe Henry defeats John Cena via DQ at Victory Road in September. So I'm gonna start off with OTR. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, it's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening. That's not happening. John Cena not. I mean, I could see him going over the Impact, but nah, bro. ESPN, they definitely chat GPT that shit.
Yeah, most likely, most likely. Yeah. What's your thoughts, Darkwing? I want to hear an extensive take on this. What's your thoughts?
Joe Hendry?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
I mean, there's nothing left to it. It's like no, no, no. If he's gonna lose to anybody, whether if it's DQ or whatever, at least let him be on the WWE roster.
Hmm. Okay.
At least let it. Yeah, he had his 15 minutes of fame, getting his moment at WrestleMania against Randy Orton, who, by the way, Randy Orton handpicked. But that doesn't mean you automatically get a win against John Cena on his way out. I feel like if who was it, Goblin? I feel like if anybody should get that spot, if he's not on the list, because I don't know the list, it's AJ Styles.
Hmm. Hmm.
So no, Joe Hendry can continue feuding with the guys in TNA and NXT until he gets his WWE contract.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Ladybug, what's your take on that?
I think that's wild. First off, but if they were to actually um let me say, like, utilize their partnership with TNA to the fullest,
Hmm.
I think they should take advantage of that. I don't see
Hmm.
that happening, but if they were to have that, I don't, not Joe Hendry winning. If it was to come down to Hendry winning, have AJ Styles interfere and lead that into maybe a match between Cena and AJ Styles, since AJ is
Hmm.
going to retire soon anyway too.
Hmm.
Yeah, but as far as a Joe Hendry win, nah, not yet.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Conscious, same question. What's your thoughts on that?
First off, I don't see a guy who has to turn his back just to turn to the in like a 90-degree angle and do a quick smile. Yeah, I don't see how that's gonna beat John Cena. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. Remember, John Cena is the West Newbury. He's a West Newbury, Massachusetts thug. DEI. So I don't see you. I don't see you beating him so quickly.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny,
Conscious
yo.
be on something else,
He
boy.
is. He from Massachusetts, West Newbury. He a thug, right? He thought they were. I was like, this is him. So what did Nikki Belly call you behind closed doors? Trick Daddy? Cause you a trick.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, yeah. All right, same question. Styles, what's good? Same question.
I remember hearing this about a week or two ago, leading up to WrestleMania, that if Cena won, that the possibility of Cena versus Joe Hendry, happening, and that he would retain via DQ.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's a strong possibility, especially the way they have been building Hendry up with NXT and the main roster side. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely on the it's definitely on the table. It's definitely
Mm-hmm.
a possibility. And if it does happen, it just helps to put him TNA and Joe Hendry over even more in the WWE universe than he already is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I do think as far as them utilizing Joe Henry, I do feel like they've been utilizing him pretty well. Now I didn't like how he got kind of like squashed at Mania. I would have liked to see more of a wrestling match, but I do understand why they did that because of the fact that it was a last minute thing, and Joe Henry probably wasn't supposed to be in that position in the first place. So like I get it, but I would like to see them if they're going to keep utilizing him on the main roster and some of the main shows besides NXT. I would like to see them utilize him more on a more dominant level because he is a great wrestler. He's a great competitor. Like if anybody has seen him in Ring of Honor, like he can go for real. And if you've seen him in any of the European leagues as well, Like he had some barn burner of a matches over there as well. So like like I would like to see them utilize him a little bit better. But I do think.
I think they're gonna push him. I think the objective with this partnership crossover is to have him, you know, handle his feuds with the NXT top contenders, like Trick Williams and those guys. But I think as it comes to the main roster, that you will see him probably a whole lot on SmackDown
Mhm.
before we ever see him on Raw. That's just my
Mhm.
prediction. And
Mhm.
if that's the case, it's going to make a lot of sense for that storyline buildup of Cena at Victory Road in September.
Mhm. I definitely can see. I definitely can see him on a SmackDown. I think SmackDown would would need somebody like him on their roster. I definitely could see him being on SmackDown. I don't know. I mean, Monday Night Raw is not far fetched, but I probably would rather see him on SmackDown because they need more, like more characters and more wrestlers on their brand. Like what I mean. They don't have too many stars, and Joe Henry's a star. They have stars, but them guys are part timers, and we probably not gonna see them guys in the next 3-4 years. Roman Reigns
Hmm
about to cash out. Randy Orton, you gotta think he's not too far behind, and AJ Styles is thinking of bouncing too. So, yeah, I do believe that. I do. Yeah. Angel, same question. Joe Henry, does he defeat John Cena at Victory Road if that was to happen?
What the hell is a Victory Road? Is this a new pay per view I don't know about?
Yeah, Victory Road is a TNA a pay per view.
TNA, yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't see this match happening at all. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see John Cena going to TNA on this last run.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe if he hits the main roster, but I don't see. Yeah, Joe can't see Cena. There you go. So I don't see Cena in TNA. If he wanted to be there, he could have been there. I don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Joe coming up to the main roster unless it's like a surprise thing until next year. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe NXT if Cena goes down to NXT, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't even see
He's too
Xena
busy.
going down. Yeah, I don't even see Xena going down to NXT or whatever. But like I said, I could possibly, if they were to do something like that, I could see Joe Henry coming into the
Maybe in
main roster.
2K26, honey, you'll get that match. Okay, you can do managerial
Yeah,
duties.
if John Cena's still around by then, I doubt that though. Yeah.
2K26, and you can pay your $120 for that deluxe Galaxy whatever game, and then you can have that match.
Yo, I played the last time. The last time I played a wrestling game was a minute. The last time I played was probably I had
I'll make myself
2K21.
seem old if I told you. I'll tell you. You want to know when the last time I played a wrestling game?
Where?
Ladybug, you play. She's like, I'm playing right now. My brother was in elementary school. Okay, like it was like PlayStation 2.
Oh
was
wow.
the last time.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was that. Something like that. Yeah.
Wow, dang. I haven't played 2K in a minute. Like I got a lot of downloads on my Switch, but that's not one of them for some reason. I don't know, I just haven't downloaded, I haven't taken time to just go check it out. But yeah. All right, Abe, same question. Joe Henry, does he defeat John Cena at Victory Road?
I think I know the
Man,
answer to
I'm
this
the
one.
wrong person to ask. I believe Donald. For real, I believe Donald Trump will make a dozen eggs $2 more than I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh my God, yo!
I don't even think he
Oh my
He's
God.
not even worth to stand on the same mat as John Cena, man.
Damn.
So I pray that don't happen. I just never liked Joe Hendry. I don't get it. I think he whack. I just don't. And the best part of WrestleMania was him getting RKO. That made my fucking night, man.
I was
That's what
driving
that
home when
whole
that
gimmick
happened.
deserved, to be laughed at on the main
Yes.
stage. She was like, "Oh, he made it." He was a joke. I just don't get it, man.
Dang, yeah. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah. I ain't gonna
Trash, man.
front. I ain't gonna front. Like, at first, I didn't believe in Joe Henry as far as the whole gimmick, because I remember when he was just Joe Henry before he started this new gimmick. Because he started the new gimmick in Ring of Honor, and then he brought it to the mainstream later on. But what I'm saying is that I remember when he was just Joe Henry, and he was just this ruthless wrestler, and then all of a sudden something happened and a light switch flipped, and then he became, say it now, I'm just,
Well,
whatever.
if you say he was ruthless, he should have left that switch off, because he ain't ruthless no more to me, man. He a joke.
Nah, he was pretty aggressive in the ring, in Ring of Honor, and then something happened. I forgot the storyline, and then he came when I believe he got injured or something like that. He got hurt, and then he was out for some time, and then he came back, and then that's when he returned with this new character. That's what I believe happened. I could be wrong, but I'm sort of leaning towards that. Yeah, that's what I believe happened. But yeah. Hey, Jiu-Jitsu, man, come up on the panel, bro. Walter, what's your take on this on this match? Joe Henry defeats John Cena. Is that possible?
I believe in Joe Hendry. Hell yeah. Nah, I mean, technically, to give not a one-word answer, I believe it's a good thing because, Cena's already leaving out of the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how OTR was basically, what OTR said, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It basically gives a rub to TNA, since supposedly TNA and WWE have a partnership. Give the rub to somebody that already has the pop that you can build up to be maybe the next John Cena. I could be wrong.
Could
I'm gonna go
be.
grab a drink real quick, bro.
I mean, he has the look, he has the height, he has the crowd. But the thing is, I haven't seen him wrestle consistently or put on great performances to say, yes, he's well on his way to become the next John Cena, or give him the machine push like they pushed John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right,
So, yeah. It's a possibility. Will it happen? I doubt it.
yeah. Yeah, I
Keep
got
dreaming, Walter. It ain't happening.
I believe in Joe Henry.
I
All
believe
right.
that song is fucking annoying.
All right, so let's get to this next one. We wind it down to the last two. So it says, John Cena defeats Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in November.
Nope.
Oh yeah, they dreaming. That's not happening.
Nope.
No.
Hell
That's gonna
no.
be Logan Paul versus Cena. I'll tell you right now at Crown Jewel.
You think so?
That's what the match is gonna. Absolutely. The Saudi Prince loves Logan Paul for some weird ass reason.
Yeah, he loves the prime.
I can
What
really
is the
see that
prime? What is the prime? Oh, the prime is here.
That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be Logan Paul versus Cena, and I'm gonna say Cena. I'm gonna say Logan Paul actually wins that.
Yes.
Cena's gonna put Logan Paul over.
Okay.
You knew that when he became a 90 on the damn game.
That is right too. Logan Paul is a 90 on the game. I was like, yo, what did Logan Paul do to get a 90?
I mean,
kissed
ass. To be honest, he kind of deserves a 89-90 because he has put in the work and put in a good performance.
Walter, I have never heard you been such a kiss butt before. What is wrong with you? Where's the evil Walter?
He's sponsored by Prime.
I'm still affected.
You?
I'm still affected by that one girl earlier that broke my heart.
I think Yeah, please excuse Walter. This is not him. He means he hopes he does not understand why Logan Paul even has a job.
I just did it because I just want to piss off the IWC.
Hey y'all, I don't
See?
know if y'all can hear it. I know if y'all can hear it, but I'm gonna do the Shao Kahn laugh. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I got the Shao Kahn laugh going on. My YouTubers probably can hear it, but I don't know if y'all can hear it. I got the sound effects plugged in for the Shao Kahn laugh. That was crazy. Yeah, but
I love the Shao Kahn laugh.
yeah, the Shao Kahn laugh is funny. Yeah.
What's up, Panda?
Panda, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? Thanks
Hey,
for
Panda.
letting me on the panel with such an esteemed guest like Ladybug Loves Wrestling and Darkwing Dubb and
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
infamous Walter.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
the idea of this live today, you know what I mean, we me and Darkwing co-hosting, and we decided that we was going to continue with the interactive with the TikTok live and the YouTube combined, and we had the topics of discussion. So we just winding down to this whole thing that Chat GBT and I'm guessing ESPN posted or whoever did whatever about these predictions of matches on John Cena's tour. So we're just rounding down to the last two. So we're on right now. John Cena defeats Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in November. So what's your thoughts on that? And then we're gonna go back to everybody else.
I mean, Angel had a a good point. Turkey, the one of the Saudi princes, he loves those type of spectacles. Like I don't know if you guys watch boxing. He just had like Chris Eubanks and Ben's fight. They're not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
same weight class,
I
but
heard about
he
it.
got some pocket money that he got from like his one of his 12 cars and was like, oh, let me put this on. So yeah, I mean, I could see like John Cena just beating all of them, stacking them up, and pinning them. Doing the five knuckle
Damn.
shuffle. Hopefully he has enough money to go to Turkey, which is across the way, and get some hair plugs. So yeah.
according to him, he just got some, and he says it's working wonders for him. That it's covering up his patch. That's what he said.
Hey, it does wonders, man. I know a cat that owns Olympus Tattooing, and he just went there. So I mean, if you're older, and you going bald, might as well go to Turkey. It's a 5-star hotel, and you
That is
come back, you have
true.
your fro back, you have your groove back. Come on now, that'll be good.
That man
I
does
mean,
not have his
it's a
groove
package.
back.
It's actually
That's
a
a big
package
ass bald
deal.
spot. That shit ain't growing back. That's
Believe
karma for the way he treated Nikki Bella.
you could look,
Hey, there's a
but you
reason Nikki
cannot
Bella's
touch.
always continually single. Come on now.
I never said she was perfect.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
there's
want
Never
I
said
mean,
she.
perspective.
Bree's happy, and you know why? Because Bree does what's Bree mode all day, every day. But Nikki's thinking she's too big
Yeah,
to do
I want
stuff
to
like
party with her one day. That girl's wild after she drinks.
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah, all
She's that,
right.
Nikki's that kind of auntie that when you go to like Thanksgiving, she'll start telling all the family secrets once she like has too many prosecco's, dog.
Oh, by the way, just FYI, sorry for the interruption. Looks like the Clippers is gonna beat the Nuggets, and it's gonna be a 3-3 series.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
Yep,
not. I'm my Lakers. My Lakers just got put out, man.
bruh.
Anthony Edwards is a problem, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Man, I'm in Detroit. Fuck basketball right now, man.
Sorry,
Get
I'm
in
from
my
Long
head.
Beach because I would never recognize the Clippers as
Shit,
an
the Pistons,
organization
huh?
ever in my life.
Damn.
Walter, you can't bring that
I
up
came on here
Hey,
anymore.
with
He
some
just
wrestling to
told
clear my
you.
mind. Y'all gonna bring that up on me.
hey, conscious.
You brought up Cody, you brought up Cena, you brought up Joe. You're killing my buddy over here. Come on now.
Hey,
Walter's Walter's a villain right now. He's on his villain arc right now.
yeah, right.
Walter in a whole nother planet.
He definitely turned him.
Yeah. Hey, Ladybug, same question. John Cena defeats Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. What's your take?
When y'all say that, I start laughing. Um, Ooh, I mean, if that were to happen, Logan Paul's got to cash in,
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I mean, as far as him being a champion all the way at Crown Jewel, I don't think he'll be a world champion that long. So what better thing to do as a heel than to cash in on another heel? So I mean, and we don't know. Do you think John Cena would be face at some point by Crown Jewel, or no? Or would it be more towards Survivor Series?
I don't think he's going like. Well, I don't want to spoil the rest of this. The rest of these notes right
My
here.
bad.
No.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I don't want to spoil the rest of the notes, but you're kind of on point with that because it definitely says that he could possibly go back to being a face before his run is over. It says
Okay.
I don't
something
think
like
there's
that.
any way he retires as a
Now I
heel.
could definitely see you just mentioned the Prince, so Logan Paul's got to be there for some reason.
Yeah. What was you saying, Darkwing? What,
I don't think he could retire as a heel. I think he has to
Can't hear
retire as
him.
a face.
He's on YouTube.
Can't hear me?
yeah,
Oh,
he's
He,
he's
oh,
on
he on
he's on,
Can
YouTube.
you hear me?
he's
Yep.
on
now I can
TikTok
hear
as
you.
well.
Yeah.
He's on TikTok
Okay.
now
No,
as
we
well.
can't hear him. We big can't hear him.
Wait, say something again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Now we can hear you.
You good?
Okay. No, I was just saying I don't think there's any way that he could retire as a heel.
Okay.
So at some point he does have to go face. It would only make sense for him.
I would like him to just go here and just retire. Why not?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Conscious, what's your take on that?
Crazy ass conscious.
You there, Conscious?
I think Angel took him out.
I did no such thing. I have not
Damn,
been talking to
Angel.
him. I showed him one thing, and then now
Damn, Angel.
that's not me.
You put him to sleep?
I'm on the West Coast. This man's
Yeah.
on the East Coast. He
No,
knows what's
the
going
lady,
on.
Ladybug says.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey Joe, don't talk trash when I'm not in here, all right?
I was not talking trash.
I heard you say something about you from the West Coast and East Coast. Don't
I
stall.
said I didn't do anything to this man. He is on the. I'm on the West Coast. You're on the East Coast.
Be quiet. Thank you.
Oh no. You know you can do. You can do ex BFF. You can cállate la boca.
But guess what? I don't have to cállate la boca because guess what?
You are
baby?
lucky
Lucha
I'm
libre,
not no mod in
baby.
here.
What wanna do? What wanna do? You wanna go?
Uh-oh.
You know what? What was that you were told yesterday?
I ain't Spanish. I'm
you
all
look
Jamaican.
what? You
I'm
look
Jamaican,
what?
Trini, and Guyanese. What you wanna do? What you wanna do?
What was that you were told? Mesmerizing.
I ain't gotta mesmerize a damn thing.
Hey,
Jokes.
hey, Chris was on one last night with that.
Yo, Darkwing,
wait.
I ain't gonna lie. I had to be like, wait, I know damn well my camera not on. I know the camera on. Because I had to say, nah, he not talking to me. Did he over here like, I think Darkwing said something. He talking about, I want to mesmerize you. I'm like, wait, what the hell are you talking about? You better
He was doing the whole finger motion and everything.
So hard when he told
some
me
Danhausen
Darkwing, I was cracking up. I was like,
Know what you said,
I'm never
Danhausen?
letting that shit go.
He ain't trying to catch spells on people, mesmerizing.
No, I was just laughing because I'm like, bro, wait, what? Like, even Darkwing was like, wait, what are we talking about? Like, facts, what the hell are we talking about? This ain't no Adele. This ain't no Adele, oh my God, music video. Like, back the hell up now. Back up.
It's not their fault, bro. You got it like that. If you were showing yourself on the camera, you know.
I didn't
he was
show
probably
myself.
trying to
That's
find
the
the
His camera was off.
Hey, yo.
That's the thing. My camera wasn't on. My camera was off.
What?
Chris is the only one that had his camera on.
That's some weird stuff. If it was on
My
and they trying to
camera was
mesmerize.
off. I was like Ladybug. I'm like Ladybug in her picture. You can't see me. Like you can't see shit. You can't see me.
But you cannot touch.
Right.
Yeah,
You can hey, nah, not even that. Not even that. I was about to be like Nikki Bella. What they say? You can look, but you can't touch, and it's not much because you can't see nothing right above because you can't see shit. Can't see nothing in New York. That's why I had to say. I'm like, wait, is he talking to Darkwing? Is he talking to somebody else? Because who the hell he talking about? It's
He
a
was
good
going
thing
after you,
you're
sir.
not in the live right now, Darkwing. Because if he would have saw that hat, he would have like, oh, Longhorns. I'm like, see, that's where we exit left. That's where we exit
Y'all
left.
crazy. Y'all crazy.
No,
Guys,
Chris is
Don't worry,
crazy.
Bars. From what he mentioned today, he said something about wanting to do like an episode with you and like Gaijin, I guess one day, so y'all can like have an episode soon. So I guess he gonna hit you up. So you got to let him know. Look, my name Bars, but I got my wifey here. You understand? Got wifey right next to me. So
You gotta brace yourself.
right, no mesmerizing, no finger pointing, none of that finger tapping, whatever the hell you want to do. Right, none of that.
Nah, we good.
What are
We
you
good.
doing? I feel like it's like one of those songs like "Reach Out and Touch Me."
Stay
Nah,
the
we
only
good.
song,
We
the
good,
only song
man.
I know, the only song I know is "Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand, Make This World a Better Place if you can." If you
Nah.
can't, if you can't, then guess what? My hands just consider my hands stink if I can't, because I can't
Nah,
do
we
it.
good. We good. He'll probably most likely hit me up and let me know what's going on with that. But yeah. All right,
You know, bars
OJ.
on that Joe Hendry tip though, he's smart, bro. Because
Mm.
I was thinking about what you said when he was before he did that his character now he wasn't getting over. It kind of reminds you of Gorgeous George back in the day.
Right.
You know, because
Yeah.
Gorgeous George has a pedigree of like actual grappling, but nobody wants that. Nobody goes to go see Luthez look like wrestle grimy matches for like 60 set, like 30 40 minutes, but he had to put it on. So I mean, it's a smart business move.
Yeah, that's what I was saying from before. Like before the whole I believe in Joe Henry, like he was like a
I
straight
believe in your
grizzle
hand.
grappler. Like you could compare him to like a Dean Malenko or Chris Benoit. Like he really was like.
No, don't do that.
I'm
No,
talking
he ain't
about
Chris
wrestling.
Benoit.
I'm talking about wrestling aspect. We ain't talking about unaliving or
No,
whatever like that.
no. You're comparing Chris Benoit to Joe Henry. I want to take it that far, Bars.
That's
Yo,
wild.
No,
Wait, Chris
that's
Benoit
why.
joining what?
nah, Joe Henry was good, bro. I ain't gonna front. Yo, Joe
Yes,
Henry can
bro.
go, bro. Joe Henry could go. You gotta watch his matches before he became what he is right now. What he became right now was a business move. But what he was doing in Ring of Honor before he became this character, I'm trying to tell you right now, bro. Joe Henry was nice with it. Like his wrestling pedigree is off the charts, bro. Like he really
But
could
it's not
go.
gonna shine in this one though now anymore.
Oh
Like
nah.
that's the sucky part is like I haven't seen him in Ring of Honor. I don't care for him. Like I don't care. He's just a gimmick to me. He's a gimmick for the WWE machine to get behind to push to the John Cena level, and that's all it's going to be. And that like to me that's not pro wrestling. Like I don't. That's why I don't care for it. Like Dolph Ziggler and him, it was an okay match. Like Dolph Ziggler can
Are you like
wrestle.
that with
Like
Jay Uso also?
Joe, like
I
I
mean,
just don't see
I
it.
love Dolph Ziggler too, but like I also like HBK and Billy Gunn. And if I
Yeah.
really needed, I don't need to see the tribute band, Dolph Ziggler, because he's the greatest
No,
tribute band
I
pro
agree, but
wrestler I've
that's
ever
like
seen in
two
my life.
different eras. It's two different eras. What I'm saying, like in TNA, like there's some good wrestlers there, but Joe, if you're saying Joe is great in Ring of Honor, then he can bring that dynamic over to TNA before he hits the main roster to show, hey, I can wrestle. Because there's people that are just like they love the gimmick, they love the song, but bro, you need more than that. Like, was the match with Randy good? No, but I
Yeah.
was happy he got RKO'd like more than once. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it was just a filler match to get by. Like we
Right.
need more than this to be showcased. And that's the part that's frustrating with me in WWE is like you just want to have moments and you want to have entertainment. Like the Backlash card, it's not that great. It's just another
I,
SmackDown or Raw, to be quite honest with you. That's what I'm saying. Like they need to have some kind of pop there. So either one belt is moving and like changing hands, or someone's coming into this backlash as a surprise because that card is weak. It's just another episode of Raw.
I hope all the belts get moved.
You say you
Well,
hope
except
all
for
the
John
belts.
Cena's
Jacobot.
don't, John Cena's not
Except for
losing though.
Jacobot too.
If he even has a match.
Interesting.
Cena's not losing, so
Yeah, I don't see Zena losing either. Hey, Abe, what's your take on this? John Cena defeats Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel.
I'm with Ladybug. If that was to happen,
Uh-huh.
I want Logan Paul to cash in and just ruin that whole moment, man.
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it seemed like I'm not going, front some of the stuff on this list seems like it could potentially happen if rearranged properly, but majority of it I don't see happening ever. You know what I mean? But
If some of this stuff was going to happen, they would have to do a better job of building it and booking it.
hmm yeah, that's true.
Can y'all hear me over here?
Still,
Yeah, I
I'm
can hear
still
you. It's
stuck
just
on.
it's
I'm
soft
still stuck
spoken.
on that Chris Benoit Joe Hendry comparison.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, there's no
That was
comparison.
wow.
Walter,
I
did
was
you make
thinking
that
more of like an
comparison?
Amble Nightheart,
No, it wasn't even
like
me. It was
Joe
Bars who
Hendry
said
had that
it. That's
Nightheart
the reason
vibe,
why I went wild.
Bars, what would make you compare the Wolverine to an image?
Nah,
Man choked
I'm
his kid out over some bagel bites.
nah, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
hey, listen.
What is in your solo cup? Are you sure it's clear liquid like water, or are you over there like Buzz? Because that's just a wild comparison.
I'm gonna tell you all this, right? I'm gonna tell you all this. Go back to Ring of Honor. Go back in
No.
the archives. Look at some of Joe Henry's old stuff before he became what he is right now, and then come back and we'll have a discussion about it.
I'm
You
gonna
know what I
tell
mean?
you what I
I mean,
told
you're
Real
right, because
Pro
the hard part is you have
Wrestling.
people that
Okay.
are gimmick wrestlers that are actually great wrestlers, but the gimmick makes more money. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
Iron Sheik is a great American Christian like wrestler. Like he helped the Christian Association. He was like the Olympic coach for the Munich Games. But we don't remember him as like this crazy Christian dude. We remember him as the Sheik, or the Iron Sheik. You know what I'm saying? But it's the thing that brought in the money, and I don't know. I mean, like even like a lot of wrestlers, like Hulk Hogan and all those guys, they wrestle different in Japan, but they wrestled the way they wrestled in America. Like you see him in
They were
Japan, he's doing
Americanized.
enziguris, he's doing like toe holds, he's doing freaking flippy shit. But you wouldn't see that Hulk Hogan now do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's very true.
We don't want to see
Walter,
Hulk Hogan anyway.
What up, B?
Walter, same question.
That's a no. I couldn't see Cena beating Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns.
Okay.
One is because you have that new faction that just started with Rollins and Paul Heyman and the big dog. What's his name? No, God,
Breaker, Braun
I keep
Breaker.
forgetting the kid's name. Breaker, yeah. So that wouldn't make any sense. Then if that's the case, I would agree with Ladybug and Abe here. That Logan Paul should just cash in.
Oh, okay. Walter is a what'd you say? Walter's
I gotta go. I gotta go. Be up early. Have a good night, guys.
All right,
Walter
have a
is
good night.
sponsored by
Have
Prime
Bye,
Energy.
Angel.
Yeah, that's why I was just reading. Walter's sponsored by
Walter.
Hook him down.
I don't know who this Walter is. He
Hey.
is never like this.
Kick him.
I don't have.
Talking
I
about some
don't
hook
have
him
powers
down.
to
Kick
kick
him off.
I don't have powers. You're the co-host. You kick him.
No, why
I don't
would
have
kick
I don't
anybody?
have host abilities.
Yeah.
You just want me. You want me to keep being the villain. That's what you want. You want people to keep looking at me like a villain. I know I'm Maleficent, but come on
100.
now.
Hey,
I know.
Is
Bars,
this
I gotta get out of here
is this
too,
your guys'
brother.
Walter? I'm just saying, it just sounds different.
Y'all
I'm about to jump out of here too, Bars. I'll
hating.
holler at you, bro.
all right, man. Take care, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate
man.
you. Appreciate you
Take it
letting me on
easy.
tonight, bro.
No problem. Same here, man. Same here. Have a good night, bro.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye, Angel.
Wow.
All right. All right.
Problem.
So I wanna go back. I wanna go into the next topic. I know Darkwing had a topic, so let's go into Darkwing's topic. Then we're gonna go back to the last two topics I had. We'll try and make it short.
Oh
and then
shit.
go forward.
See, I told you I wasn't completely prepared, so let me do this real quick. So the first one I had was, I want to know, do y'all think The Rock is ruining Triple H, or is Triple H doing it to himself? Ladybug, you can go first.
Thank you. I would say both. I think it's a lose-lose situation with Triple H. He's definitely fumbling. I feel like he has a playbook and doesn't quite know how to use it yet. And I don't think The Rock's helping. Like, The Rock has definitely a new power struggle with Triple H. I don't know what's going on behind the stage or whatever, but The Rock's pissed off, maybe because of WrestleMania 40. But yeah, it's definitely something that Triple H needs to get together.
Okay. Well, like, I think The Rock what got jealous because when Triple H first took over, the product was on fire.
Yeah.
The product was doing big things, and then The Rock sees it, and he was like, "I want a piece of that." And then that whole, I mean, I don't know if anybody knows if it was real or not, but that whole thing with Roman Reigns and The Rock and Triple H after that whole ordeal with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, like, was that real or fake? Because if it was fake, Jesus Christ, they made it look real.
Yeah, they do.
Anybody else? What? Anybody else? We'll just go down the line. Well, Conscious, what's your thoughts on that?
Conscious, are you there, bro?
I think Conscious fell asleep.
Yeah. If I could talk, I would say I don't think The Rock has as much power as you think he does. Like, you know, there's 12 billionaires on the board of TKO and 1 millionaire, and he happens just to be there because he is The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the storylines kind of reek of freaking laziness on Triple H's part. Part of it, I honestly think, is because he had to be around his mother-in-law so much when they're doing this Department of Education thing where he's at every hearing, everything like that, and all this other stuff. You can't be doing all of that and then be focused on the product, you know. And then if you leave it to, you know, the Road Dog, it's gonna start to smell like the Road Dog, you know. Because that, I feel like that's what like SmackDown is having a problem is. I know he's your friend and all, but like, don't let him come back on there, you know.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I like the idea of if there's a way you can get Paul Heyman over to SmackDown, put him over there with Braun Breaker and let him run SmackDown. Forget this Road Dogg stuff because it's trash.
Yeah.
Walter, what you got?
I mean, I would have to agree with y'all, you know, like, but then again, I would say Triple H is still in his early stages. I mean, technically, this is his first WrestleMania, if we want to put it in terms, because the past, 2 years was basically finishing Vince's playbook to end all those storylines that Vince created himself. Now this is the era of Paul Levesque, aka Triple H. So we gotta cut him some slack, just a tad bit. But then again, if I say that to other people, then people are gonna come to my head and be like, "What are you talking about? You crazy?" I'm like, "How am I crazy? I'm just saying the truth. This is his first WrestleMania alone, doing the card. Yeah, I get it. It wasn't the best, but he did what he could, and what he didn't know how much. How can I say this? He didn't know how much work he had to put in, because he had, of course, Papa Vince doing all the work for him. He was just there watching and taking notes, and you know, taking ideas on how he do things.
Yeah, I got not to cut you off. I got a question on that. So, do you guys think that hindered him a little bit as far as his progress as a creative? Like, because he had Vince, he was under Vince for so long that his creative was hindered, and that's why he's kind of like suffering a little bit right now. Do y'all think that was the case?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like he's riding away because he has to appease Netflix. He has to appease the USA Network, but also like we kind of give him too much grace because remember like he had been the second command in storylines where obviously he was a racist piece of crap in that storyline with Booker T, but they let it slide. Like he's been like the second in command for a lot of terrible stuff and a lot of terrible storylines and but like we kind of glossed over it when like Vince McMahon like left and it was hot for a bit. Like we kind of want to like as wrestling fans have that rose colored glasses like we take a little sip of the Kool-Aid and it's all good. We love him and stuff, but I mean he still has yet to like book any like good stars. Like if he messes up on like Obafemi, it's time to riot, bro.
Yeah.
Because Obafemi is a golden god right now, bro. Like you look at him, he should win the King of the Ring. He should just win the championship straight out the gate. Because I mean, look at him. You know what I'm saying? But if they fumble that, Triple H needs to reevaluate some stuff.
Right. Yeah. Makes
I
sense.
think I was telling you, Bill Bro, and Goblin
The whole Obafemi.
this
I don't mind if you
that
don't mind.
Oba.
The whole Obafemi thing to win the title right off the rip. That's a little bit too of a stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, is your hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Is your microphone on the TikTok Darkwing?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, you like delayed a little bit. You like a little bit delayed. Oh, now you good. Now you good. Cause I know you was trying to say something, but no, we couldn't hear you on this end. But now I can hear you.
Oh, so what I was saying is I think with Obafemi that I would like to see him be that dominant black character. Because I really feel like that's what WWE is missing. They need that dominant black character.
Hold on one second.
They had it.
Hold on one second. What you do this? Turn down one of the volumes on your on the dial. Mainly turn it down. Nah, don't do it on TikTok. Let me do it. I could do it on my end. Hold on 1 second. Pardon me, folks. Pardon me.
Was it echoing?
Yeah. I want to make sure it don't.
I had a microphone.
I mean,
Obafemi. I think I need to charge it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish now. I think you should be good now. Go ahead.
How's that sound?
Yeah, you sound better now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you sound better, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead now.
No, what I was telling, I think it was Panda, Bilbro, and
No, we can't hear you.
You
Still can't hear me?
Nah. Darkwing, we can't hear you, bro. Well, at least I can't.
I
don't
can't.
know about anybody else.
Well, my freaking microphone keeps going out.
Yeah, there you go. Now we can.
You got you want to use what device are you using? You using your the tablet?
Yeah, I'm trying to use my tablet for the TikTok Live.
Okay, so why don't you cut off the microphone and just use the tablet's mic instead?
Yeah, that's what I just did. I just unplugged it.
Okay, all right. Cool, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
But I was telling Panda, Bilbro, and Goblin that WWE is missing that dominant black character like we had with Bobby Lashley. You know what I mean? That we had the Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton and Cedric, right? WWE is missing that. If there's a way you can bring up Oba, maybe team him with Carmelo, and then put the Street Profits with him. There we go, right there. Then we got that dominant black faction.
I would have to disagree.
But with what Panda was saying, with as racist that Triple H is, would he have the balls to do it? Excuse me, Miss Ladybug.
No, I mean that's a good point. I agree with what you said. To piggyback off of that, I don't see why it wouldn't be too soon to just send him straight to like that type of path. Because if you look at other wrestlers, you have Jacob Fatu. His first WrestleMania, he comes out with a U.S. belt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, I don't think he's too soon for Obafemi.
And then Stephanie Vecchio is like only a few years removed from CMLL. and now she's the champion, and she's doing great on Raw. Like, people know who Obafemi is, and when you look at him, he has that big fight feel. He looks like something like, you know, a presence. You know, like Vince McMahon always says, you know, look at all that beef. You know, like he has it, bro. He has it. You know.
Whoa. I mean, I would have to disagree with all you guys. Instead of putting Obafemi in there, I would have maybe Tricky Trick Williams, the Street Profits, and God, what was that kid's name? Who wasn't no, not Carmelo. That faced off against Obafemi and Tricky Williams.
Javon Evans.
Yes,
Javon Evans.
Javon, that would be a perfect combination, a perfect synergy of a faction or a group to go up against basically any group. I mean, shit, even Paul Heyman's group.
Yeah, but
To
they
even
don't have
battle
that
them.
regal quality though that Obafemi has. Obafemi has that presence, that dominating presence. You know, when you look at him, I mean, his you know, like his physique, his presence. You know, that screams. You know, like, okay, let's be honest. If Obafemi was like some white dude with blonde hair, blue eyes right now, right? He would
He
have
would get
already
pushed.
been in WrestleMania, and he would have already won in WrestleMania. You know, he would have been,
But
if he would have sounded a little bit more like Triple H and looked like Triple H, he would have been over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? You know, like because he carries himself regally, you know, like we shouldn't push him. Like, if he
no,
starts going off,
that's
you
not
know,
the
like he
thing.
needs to be in there, bro.
That's not
So
the thing.
so before you go, Walter, Darkwing has something to say. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. He can go.
Okay, go
I,
ahead, Walter.
I mean, if that's the case, if you want to bring Obafemi, then why don't you have him feud against Omos, since he's just sitting in catering? I mean, have those two gargantuan Goliath, behemoth, like how Vince would always say, the meat of the crop face go toe to toe.
That's
I
like
mean,
putting a Slim Jim next to a steak, bro. You know what I'm saying? Obafemi is, you know, Obafemi is prime. Like, I mean, like I love Omos, but Omos is, you know, like he's older, he's slower. You know, I'd rather have him go against, you know, some other monsters. Maybe bring back Bronson Reed. They can have some, you know, like Godzilla, like, you know, like kaiju style battles somewhere and catering somewhere else. You know, but like Oba's special, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he is. He definitely
Oh,
is.
I
if
guess
you
I
can't
have to
see
pay.
that the man is special,
No,
you
to
got an issue on your own.
me personally, I haven't seen enough matches of Obafemi, so I'm gonna go back and watch more of his wrestling, and then when I come back, I'll give you guys. Okay, then yeah, I agree with you guys. But for right now, I'm gonna reserve my judgment for Obafemi. Which
Yeah,
me
Fair
man.
enough.
personally, Obafemi
Yeah.
is amazing character. You know, he just gargantuan man. Like, by all means, I just yet to see a proper wrestling, or maybe I missed a couple of his matches.
Nah, he's
But to
Obafemi's the
me,
real deal.
Yeah,
Trick Williams, Javon, and Carmelo are amazing wrestlers. They should be in the main event card as well.
Walter, did you see Stand and Deliver with the three of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought that was an amazing match. That was only one match that I seen from Obafemi. So, like I said, I would have to go back in the archives and watch more of his matches.
Yeah, you got. I'm gonna give you some matches to check out. Check out Oba versus Trick. Check out Oba versus what's the old boy's name that he got the two dudes with him that be rolling with him and they attack dudes on TNA.
Wesley.
Wesley. Check out him versus
oh
Wesley.
yeah.
Okay.
Check him out versus Wesley. You're gonna be like, whoa, okay. Like he had some bangers, man, with Wesley.
And that
And that
one with
one with
A-Town
A-Town
Down
Down
Under
Under
wasn't
wasn't
half
half
bad
bad
either.
either.
Yeah, facts. The one with
Hmm.
A-Town Down
Okay.
Under was dope. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get to this get to the next question that you might got, bro, and then we're gonna go back to the following. So what you got next?
Why do y'all think the women are outshining the men
Ooh.
in WWE as a whole? Panda?
I think part of it is they're hungry for it, and then also when you have HB Shizzle, in your back pocket, it's always gonna work out, you know, because he got a lot of good
Absolutely.
talent, and he books them really well. But like I think some of the guys phone it in, they got their money, they go there, they're doing the bare minimum. But a lot of these girls are trying to fight for screen time. They're trying to fight for legacy, I mean, what's her name? I believe Stephanie, when she says she wants to be La Primera, like the premier one, and then when you see the EST, Ladybug knows. Like I'm a big fan of the EST. Like she's trying to make like she's trying to be like the historical like legendary wrestling woman. When you look at female wrestling, she wants to have that title of the greatest, and that's what you see. Like you see Rhea wanting that. You don't see a lot of guys like put that effort in unless like they're the main event, and then sometimes they phone that in too,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I will say, I didn't want to cut nobody off. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ladybug.
No, you're
Your
good.
turn.
I will say this. Like, I feel like to some extent, the women have always been, up to par. I think the thing is like, you have that little bit of grace that Shawn Michaels is giving, and they're running with it. Like now, you see the crossovers onto the main roster. You're seeing Stephanie more and Raw. You're seeing Roxanne, and that's why it appears they're doing better. I think they're doing fantastic. But I think it took a minute for them to get that exposure and that time on TV. And once they start getting more time on TV, they're running with it. They're getting, more quality matches because creator is putting more effort into showcasing the women now they have the airtime. If that makes sense.
True. And see where they fucked up. Well, where they messed up. I'm sorry for cussing. Where they messed up is when they let Mercedes Moné go, because I could say with shadow of a doubt, besides Tony Storm, which is my wife, of course, I love her. It's true. She's fantastic. WWE, Triple H, Paul Levesque, Papa H, however you want to call him, fumble the bag on Mercedes Moné big time, because she could have been the not the spark, but the how can I say this? The workhorse, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for?
While you figure that out, to be fair, she left because she didn't agree with Vince McMahon. Triple H tried to bring her back in, but she got the bag from AEW.
Yeah.
And she's doing great, man. Her versus Ember Moon was like one of the matches of the year so far.
No, but that's what I'm
Athena.
saying. She could be like the
leader.
The unspoken leader to catapult other women to be to have greater matches.
Well, it's a hard one when your goddaughter is Bum Ra from freaking the Thundercats over there talking about she wants to be a face and
Oh man, yo.
She needs to go back to the Mummy Returns and stuff.
I didn't say it. So
Hey, it's not fair. She's over here, so poor Tiffy. Like poor Tiffy's young and happy. She's like, oh, you know what? You're happy with your relationship. Let me bust you in your mouth for real. Come on, that's just really delusional, bro. Come on.
But like I said, they regardless. Triple H should just throw the bag at her, and no matter what the cost is, and just have her be the workhorse, be the unspoken leader, to create like the basically she be the engine to spark women wrestling for this generation to create new legends per se. Like how we had Gail Kim, like how we had Trish, like how we had Victoria, like how we had God, what are the lady wrestlers from back in the day who created the revolution?
Well, I mean, I think Becky,
AJ
I think
Lee.
Bailey is doing that. Bailey and Becky are trying to do that, like AJ Lee did, and Wendy
Yeah.
Richter and Leah, and all those, you know.
But I'm saying just, because all the matches that I've seen from Mercedes Monet, hey, they're all been shit.
And I'm
And
gonna throw Bianca Belair in there too.
Yeah, Belair's. I mean,
she ate that pin at WrestleMania, and me personally, she shouldn't have ate that pin.
Not. No.
Yeah.
And then she's going to NXT. She's defending the tag titles against Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. So I think we gotta put some respect on Bianca's name.
yeah, honestly, when everyone was booing them, I thought, well, maybe that's just a European thing. But then when they were booing her, like in Las Vegas, I was like, "Cuz, you gotta come see me. Let's do. Somebody's gonna catch these chokes." Come on, man.
Yeah. All right. So what's we're going I'm going to go to one of my topics, and then we're going to go back to yours, Darkwing. Then we're going to finish off with the last topic.
I got one more left.
Okay, go ahead then. Go ahead then.
No, you can go ahead. I'm just saying I got one more left.
Okay. All right. So the next topic, right, is Conan joining the WWE creative for AAA. What y'all think about that?
Conan's fire, bro.
I think that's right up Panda's alley.
Yeah, he was great in Lucha Underground. I mean, he was the only person that really made Ricochet relevant as Prince Boma. I mean, even Samantha Irving, with all her like her charm and everything, can't make Ricochet relevant. But yeah, I mean, he's good. I mean, you saw him in LAX. You saw how he made Penta. When Penta first started, as the opposite of Octagon Junior. So Conan's been he has skills, and he had the ideas for the Filthy Animals, for a lot of TNA things. So I think it'd be a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be a good thing too. Although I know Conan is in the hot seat at the moment as far as most of the fans, but I do think he has AAA's best interest at heart as far as getting them to where they need to be. Honestly speaking, I just want to say this: like, why do people hate Conan so much? What is can anybody tell me why people hate Conan so much?
I'm going to guess here. Spitball in here. Hear me out. The reason why they hate Conan is because the way he did the storylines for AAA. Because let's remember, AAA is not the best storytelling company, wrestling storytelling company, and they had a lot of problems in the background too. I believe, from what I was reading, I heard there was allegations that Conan did something, but I didn't know if it's 100% true. So if y'all want to dig in a little bit deeper in that, by all means. But I'm assuming it's just rumors.
I think that's hard though too, because him and Vampiro had beef, and then him and Aerostar had beef, and then him and the company had beef, and then
him and what do you call it, Stephanie Van Kerr too as well.
Yeah,
well,
and so when it gets around,
at the time.
it gets really messy. He say, she say, and then it starts to get an ant starts to get into like a giant molehill. You know what I'm saying?
That's the reason why he's on the hot water. I mean, that's what I believe personally.
And he is kind of sharp. The way that he talks, he doesn't have a filter. He's a he's a Boricua that just doesn't care. And a lot of people don't like people with darker skin tone telling people how it is, what it is, and what it should be. So
I have to go. I almost forgot. My husband's got to work in the morning.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. Bug. He's cool, man.
Yeah, I promise he's not in the basement, Panda. Yeah.
Damn,
He
Ladybug, what
kept
you have
telling
him in the
everybody.
basement for?
No, like he kept telling everybody in the live he was in the basement. I'm like, you're watching.
He's trying to make that money. That's why.
But thank you. I hope y'all have a good night.
All right, you too. Take care.
You
Take care.
too.
Take care. Take care.
Have a good night.
Have a wonderful night.
Yeah. All right, so let's move along. Let's move along. I'm gonna let you take. I'm gonna let you take the next one, and then I'll go to the last quick because I believe this is gonna be a long-winded one. So go ahead with your last topic for the night, and I'm gonna go with mine after that.
Mine is more of a more simple one. I really just want to know who are your Mount Rushmore men and women wrestling.
5, 3, 2, or 1?
What's Mount Rushmore?
4?
There you go.
Boom.
Okay. All right. For men, I have Sabu. This is gonna be a hot take. I don't care what anybody says.
Hey, it's your opinion, so it don't matter.
Yep. Chris Benoit. Undertaker. And God dang it. Who was the last one? Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's not bad.
That's my Mount Rushmore of males. And for females, oh man. Can it be present and from different companies or
Whatever you like, bro.
All right, cool. So I got Trish Stratus, I got Mercedes Moné, I have Tony Storm, of course, and my last one. Ooh. I would have to say Victoria.
That was out of left field. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. For my women.
What you got, Panda?
For women, I have Bo Nakano, China, AJ Lee, and I'll say Wendy Richter because I was an '80s baby. Yes, or Medusa. You know what, Medusa? Because them girls put it on.
That's my honorable mention, Medusa.
And then as far as men go, I'm always gonna say the Great Muda is my goat. Then we have Ric Flair. Let's see, Eddie Guerrero, and then I always put a big man on there, so it's going to be either Bam Bam Bigelow or Vader for the big man on the
Okay.
record.
I forgot about Eddie.
Okay. That's decent. All right, for me, I'll start off with the men. So for me, I gotta put The Rock. I got The Rock. I got Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got The Undertaker, and then I have Ric Flair. Those are my Mount Rushmore guys, and I'll tell you why. The Rock, man, he's like, without a shot of a doubt, where when he was on his A game, as far as him being consistent, he has some of the best promos in professional wrestling. He has some dope matches, and he had a lot of moments. Like he had different transitions. He went from the Hollywood Rock to the heel Rock. He went from the Nation of Domination Rock to the Rocky Maivia back. Like he had so many different phases of himself, and which made him relevant today is basically what we all know him for. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
you want to talk about the Undertaker? Come on, bro. Like self-explanatory, man. The Undertaker was the man. Like I was really scared of that guy, bro. When I was a kid,
Yep.
man, coming up in the '90s, I was really scared of that guy, especially Paul Bearer. Oh yes, oh, I was like, yo, bro, this guy need to chill
Chill.
out, man. He
Mhm.
need to chill, man. That one memorable moment I remember in WrestleMania where he had the eagle. I don't know if it's an eagle or a hawk that was on his shoulder, and he was coming to the ring. That was an epic entrance, man. Hands down, top 5 entrances in wrestling history. When he came down with the eagle and the music was playing, man, that was fire. That was super dope, man. Yeah, man, Undertaker, and then who did I say? Who else did I say? I said Taker. I said Rock. I said Ric Flair. Who else? Who else did I say? I said
Oh,
somebody
Stone
else.
Cold, he said.
Okay, Stone Cold.
Mhm.
You already know self-explanatory with him too. Like he has some of the most epic moments. I mean, Austin 316 says, "I'll whip you." You know the rest. I ain't gotta. You know what I mean? When he became Stone Cold off of what he did to Jake the Snake Roberts. That was crazy. That was diabolical. And then when he cut that epic promo, that was it. The classic match he had with Bret the Hitman Hart, like that, that blood that rained down his face when Ric Flair when Bret Hart battered him up, like it was man,
Yeah.
classic. And then
Mhm.
and come on, man. The dirtiest player in the game, Ric Flair. I know people at times have their acquired opinions of him, but you gotta give it up to Ric Flair, man. Ric Flair
Yeah.
has had some of the most classic matches in professional wrestling. This man can cut a promo with the best of them. One of my favorite promos is that woo off he did with Jay Lethal. That joint was
Woo!
hilarious. Hilarious, man. So if we talk about the woman, all right, so this one's gonna be a hard one for me because all right, so if we're talking about women, there's a lot of women that I could see on a Mount Rushmore, but if we really trying to like be honest, like one of the women that deserve to be on a Mount Rushmore as far as professional wrestling, we gotta give it up for Gail Kim. Gail Kim was one of those women that helped put the stamp of approval as far as women can wrestle, along with Trish Stratus. You know what I mean? And this is all WWE based. You know, along with Trish Stratus, Lita. You know what I'm saying? Same thing that women can wrestle. Women could do the same thing that guys can do. You know, if you're talking about modern day, then we gotta give it up for like people like Bailey. We gotta give it up for Bianca Belair. You know what I'm saying? Naomi, like people that just like set the benchmark. Mickey James. You know, Becky Lynch. Like women that really, really, really like set the barrier. So I really, as far as the woman, it's hard for me to pick a Mount Rushmore because there's so many women that have helped push the evolution to the next you know what I mean to the next upper echelon, you know what I mean, because it's like I would have to really sit down and start analyzing a lot of their matches, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and but I feel like
You know,
it's huh
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
no go ahead.
No, I mean that's why I have my list like that because like if you look at AJ Lee, like you have Roxanne Perez, you have all of these girls that wrestle like her, and
Mm-hmm.
then like Medusa, you have Soruka, you have all these other girls that that wrestle like her, and then you have
Mm-hmm.
Bull Nakano is where you have girls like Awesome Kong and all the other big girls, you know, that wrestle like her. And then
Right, right.
A Wendy Richter is more of like the girls that you have like a Alexa Bliss and those things that were flashy and that were, you know, You know, they have
Right.
that kind of like scrappy kind of attitude. You know,
Yo,
Right.
so
we're
I
forgetting
think
about Mae Young, bro.
your Mount Rushmore has a lot of impact, and I respect that. You know.
Yeah,
Yo,
we
we're
definitely forgetting about Mae Young. Go ahead, Walter. We definitely
yeah,
forgetting about.
we besides we can't just give solely the credit to Gail Kim. It's not that I'm not trying to take away her, her flowers, but we also got to think about it. We're talking about women who actually really started to the pioneer wrestling is Mae Young
Hmm.
back in the 60s to 70s, where literally they would literally discriminate women from wrestling.
Right.
It's like, what are we talking about? If we're gonna give the flowers, we should give the flowers to the women who were actually in the 60s and the 50s. Their flowers as well.
Hmm.
What's going on?
Yo,
What a Swift.
Swift was good, man. We winding down. We was talking about the Mount Rushmore for the men and women of professional wrestling. So, what's your take on that?
Are we talking like over the past decades or like currently?
Just yours. Your
Just
Mount
yours, just
Rushmore.
yours. Your Mount Rushmore.
Doesn't matter from future to past.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so if shit, I gotta think now. Damn, if I had to say my male Rushmore, Mount Rushmore, I would say Mark Henry pre with the Hall of Pain stuff. Hall of Pain, Mark Henry. I would say I would have to say I would put somebody from Japan on. I just can't think of the name.
Hmm.
I, I would I would probably say somebody from Japan on that Mount Rushmore. Uh,
Hmm.
I
Like
would
a
say I
Masahiro
would say
Chono or like a
uh,
um
I would say it's somebody from New Japan. I forgot the name of the wrestler from New Japan. He was like it's the founder, one of the founders of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Antonio Inoki.
Yeah, Antonio Inoki.
Hmm.
Yeah, so him, Mark Henry. I would give Ross. I would give Rossi. I would give Rossi Sawagawa from the former owner of Stardom his flowers because he created probably one of the best female Joshi promotions in Japanese wrestling.
Hmm.
And my fourth one, I would probably say I would probably throw like somebody like a Stone. I was probably like Stone Cold in there.
Hmm.
Now for my female, for women, I would say Lita. I would say Jacqueline.
Wow.
I would say China. That's
Okay.
three. And I would say Mayu Iwatani because she's the icon. And
Hmm.
she held it down for New Japan for all those years. Even though she's not with them, she switched over to Marigold.
Hmm.
So that's my men's and women's Mount Rushmore for right now.
Hmm.
I'll
It's a,
say
it,
Christmas.
huh?
None.
If you,
My bad.
if
I'm
anybody
reading it
have a
out loud.
critique of it, you could. I would love to hear it.
No, no, no. It's not a
No,
critique.
that it's
None.
not a
I'm reading
critique.
something out loud. My bad.
Yeah, it's not a critique. It's just your opinion as far as who you think belongs in the Mount Rushmore. Yeah, but it's not a critique. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
It's
but
based on your opinion.
oh
yeah.
yeah, no. I'm just if anybody wants to, if they could change. So my question would be from here. Would I my Mount Rushmore for men's? If you had to change one person out of it, who would y'all change?
Mm. Well, I wouldn't change anybody because that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's who you feel. That's who you feel would be in your Mount Rushmore. You know, I wouldn't change anybody. You know, so
Oh, well, okay. Well, I just thought I'd give that, but yeah, that's mine.
okay. All right, so we're gonna wind down to this last topic for the night, and it's Hulk Hogan and Eric
Hold
Bischoff.
on, Bars.
Oh no, I've already read this
Real
story.
quick,
No.
real quick. I'm upset that all y'all left off Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels is the GOAT.
Oh yeah,
Your opinion,
you're
cousin.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
You're right.
we see Dubb. They're honorable mentions, so they're automatically on that list for Mount Rushmore anyway.
Yeah.
So
They-
you can't. So we can't.
Nah, I was just giving you a hard. I was just giving y'all a hard time. That they're just on my Mount Rushmore. Shawn is my GOAT. So
yeah,
Yeah, because my
I
honorable
forgot
mentions
about it.
crazy.
So you just Dubb, you just be walking around your house and be saying I'm a sexy boy all the time.
Sexy.
that's my wife. She'll tell you.
Boy toy.
So like when you get mad, do you just be super kicking your kids and shit?
I'm
Like,
dead.
Oh yeah, just
Hey,
homework.
I
wish I
sometimes
could
I be
fuck
like, fuck them kids.
Hey,
just be out in these streets just super kicking people for no damn reason.
Hey man,
I put my oldest in the sharpshooter the other day.
Oh hell.
Trust me. I be wanting to put.
the flying headbutt.
I be wanting to F5 my kids sometimes too, man. My kids be bugging, man.
I don't have kids, but I got nieces and nephews. I just be choke slamming their asses
Yeah. All right, so let's get to this last question. So it said, Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are looking to launch a new wrestling promotion. And if y'all seen the video, they had this NWO like video, and they were saying they got a third man. Third man ended up being this this trainer. I forgot the trainer's name, but the
Israel
third,
Martinez.
yeah, okay, so he ended up being this trainer or whatever. But here's the thing, though, it's not like the promotions that we're used to watching. It's not like a WWE. It's not like an AEW. It's not like a TNA. It's not like none of New Japan, Stardom, whatever. This is a freestyle wrestling promotion that's going to put the lights and emphasis on college wrestlers after college. So what do you guys think of that? Because my only thing is, before y'all go, my only thing is that, are we going to have some sort of WWE or AEW type of aspect to it? Are these intercollegiate wrestlers going to be cutting promos before their matches? Are they going to have storylines behind who they are or whatnot? Are we going to see characters before they get into the on the mat or whatever? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm confused because they didn't really. They put emphasis on it being a freestyle wrestling promotion, but they didn't put enough emphasis on it to make me believe like, oh, okay, this is going to be basically like intercollegiate wrestling. This is going to be like that. They're making me think that they're going to add some sort of like pro wrestling aspect to it, like for as far as like acting and all this other stuff.
I don't
My
want it.
question is, with Hulk Hogan being part of it, are they going to have any people of color?
Yeah, that's a big thing because Jordan Burroughs is the greatest American wrestler that ever, and he's black. So is he going to be like, oh no Jordan Burroughs, no Gabe Stevenson? Because they've been dominating like Jordan Burroughs is the only man in America that beat all the Russians in the last 15 years of actual wrestling. When it comes to Greco-Roman and freestyle wrestling.
all the Russians, but not the guys from Dagestan.
He's beaten all of those guys, dog. Like we're talking about like Jordan Burroughs has dominance on like everyone in the Olympics. I mean, like that's the thing too.
I've
Is, like,
seen all his matches.
when they had the last they had the last trials, they had to forcibly force him out, because like Jordan Burroughs is that guy. He's him. Like he's the Carmelo Hayes of real wrestling.
No, I believe you, bro. I've seen his wrestling. Like Jesus Christ.
No, we're not doing that.
What about Blades? What about Blades? Y'all remember the female Blades? Remember her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if she could be a part of that promotion. She's really
Maybe
good
they'll
too.
bring Brock Lesnar's son.
His
Yeah.
daughter is good. His daughter
Well,
looks
just
just like
you
him,
ever really
dude.
want to see this? You ever really want
Does
to
he
see
though?
Eric Bischoff?
I have a feeling it's gonna flop. But as someone that coaches high school wrestling and that was a high school and college collegiate wrestler that did wrestle Greco-Roman and freestyle, I'm interested to see how it plays out. But I do think it's gonna flop.
And Hulk Hogan got a bad reputation
It's-
now. Like, it's not worth it. I don't think he's. Yeah,
as
Yeah,
long as
Hogan
you got
got
Hogan
an
involved,
asterisk by
I don't
everything.
see it going anywhere at all.
I don't see it going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
gonna.
kind of like Jeff Jarrett's promotion. Remember Jeff Jarrett's promotion?
Yeah,
With that
yeah,
GWF?
yeah.
Kind of like that. Or like the early stages of like TNA. It was like a promotion that Hulk Hogan had back in the early 2000s. Was that his promotion? Where they traveled to Australia and stuff
Yeah,
like
he
that?
tried to take it over with Eric Bischoff for a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, that was in the Dixie Carter days. So like when Dixie was over there, that's when she brought over Hulk and Eric.
The
I
whole
mean, Eric,
And
Mafia stuff.
Eric Bischoff's good for what he does, but Hulk Hogan, no. I wouldn't want Hulk Hogan
that's what
back.
I'm saying. It's like
I'm not a big fan of Eric Bischoff either because he talks so much shit and he couldn't even back it up.
But hey, man, he did his thing, man. You got to give it to him. He did his
Well,
thing.
here's the thing, like, you're a wrestling coach and you wrestle, like, they would have to bring in, like, the rule set would have to change to, like, pre-1930s wrestling when you are allowed to have submissions. Because one of the things that people forget is that, like, catch wrestling, like, actual real wrestling was a thing until, like,
They
it
would
got to
have
the
to mend the
Olympics,
rules
and
a
they
little.
took away submissions, and they made it hella boring. So I don't know how they're
Yeah.
going to take away, that,
I
But there's
feel
some rules that's, like, stalling is, like, it pisses you off when you watch it.
as someone, I feel like what they will have to do for order for it to make it appealing, they will have to mend the freestyle and the freestyle rules a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They will have like because freestyle is very hard. As someone that did it, because you have to be very creative with your takedowns, your setups for a takedown, and even with grappling, you have to be very very inventive with it. So they would have to either mend the rules or either they would have to go by Olympic rules.
See, and the Olympic rules don't allow to have fun too. Like, like you want to see some slams. You don't want to see someone like stalling and having their groin and the other person's groin, like for like 5-10 minutes while like people are like doing points and stuff. Like that's the problem. Like wrestling can be fun, but like people have kind of like taken the fun out of it. Making all these stupid ass rules that don't make make no sense.
And then to think about it, you got to think about it. Do you like to the average wrestling fan that's trying to like get into like this type of wrestling? A lot of young men don't like. Are they going to let them wear singlets, or are they going to have them wear wrestling gear?
Well, I say,
are they going to be gimmicked up and still freestyle wrestling? That's gonna be nasty.
that's
gonna watch this,
that's
man.
what
Nobody
I.
gonna watch this.
But that's kind of what I was trying to hint to. Like, are we going to have real actual wrestling, or is there going to be gimmicks behind it? The freestyle wrestling.
Or they could do it like this. They could do what do their version of like how ROH's pure title is.
Right.
Oh.
They can do something like that, but they can do it with with a quote unquote freestyle version of the Olympic freestyle rules.
I think on
Would you
that
be open
part,
to a pancration like style rules though? Like, because like I mean, all respect to freestyle wrestling, but Greco is more like palatable to watch, But then like collegiate is actually useful for MMA. So like, would you mix it up where you have a pancration that Greek style, where you have some limited strikes and some submissions, Because other than that, it's not really watchable to the average person.
I would see if I'm Israel. Israel's a very good wrestling coach because he's a very good grappling coach. If I'm him, I would have to have incorporate some of that MMA stuff, along with the wrestling, because you don't want it to be just boring.
exactly.
Because
if you want to grow your audience, you're going to have to do more than just college style or Greco-Roman wrestling. You're going to have to have strikes of some sort in there. Maybe mix in the submission.
Yeah, like I said, they will have to bend those Olympic rules a little bit, but keeping the essence and the core values of it to make it appealing to young fans who are either into like somebody like me. I love watching like Olympic wrestling because I can teach my kids something I pick up very fast on it.
Yeah.
So
Because we
it
even
got to
had
be
to change
appealing.
like jujitsu right now. Like we have a thing called CJI, where now it's a instead of a flat mat, it's a pit like structure, and
Right.
then we're adding strikes in there like enough so there's no stalling. You know, because some people will just stall out on a wrestling match, and it'll be the most boring thing you've ever seen. You know,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
making that incentive, it's gonna be hard, bro. They need to
yeah.
do something.
They will have to change the rules and amend the wrestling rules for that type of promotion or whatever
Yeah.
it's supposed to
Not to
be.
cut you off. I wanted to acknowledge Chris just came in. What's good, bro?
Hi
Hey.
Hi,
everybody. Yeah, I
Chris.
just
What's
got
up,
here.
Hey.
Chris?
I'm sorry, y'all. Like I know I started the cookout late. I wanted to have everybody on. We had a dope ass discussion tonight, and we're going to
Yeah.
have it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, shout out to Mr. Darkwing and to Bars. As a matter of fact, thank you so much for referring him to me or whatever as far as like the
Yo,
digital
bro.
content creation or whatever. Yeah,
Bro.
me and him had a talk. We had a talk earlier today. And yes, I'm
Yeah.
on board. I'm definitely definitely interested in helping them out. As a matter of fact, we're going to have a little summit tomorrow, and we're going to talk about you know tips on content creation and all that shit. So if you guys do want to join, you guys are more than welcome to. You guys can ask me any questions you guys want to, because like I said, like producing content creation is not an easy thing. It is a grind.
Nope.
It's not easy. Like when I met Victor 2 years ago, me and him was like literally like neck and neck with like followers, and I told him, I said, like I think I'm on to something on social media. Is just more so like you have to learn the algorithms, you have to learn like who likes what and who don't like this and blah blah blah. It's a trial and error. When you're posting shit, people are going to either gravitate towards you or they're going to fucking ignore you and bypass you. So it's just more like, you just have to kind of just see what floats your boat. If it doesn't work, move on to the next shit. But yeah, tomorrow I got a lot of shit cooked up for y'all. So but yeah, I want to stop in here because Victor wanted me to come in and just want to talk to y'all for a little bit before I go to bed. Is there something that y'all talking about that
Hey, Chris.
requires my attention?
Chris.
What's up?
You missed it earlier when Conscious was in here and he was talking about how your glasses was mesmerizing last night.
I'll just get ready to mention it.
I mean, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be bringing the boys to the yard, looking at it.
Chris,
As long as you're humble about it, bro.
Let me stop.
I'm gonna say this to Chris real quick.
What's up? What's
Chris,
going on?
this is Swift. So as someone that's been following your channel for a while, I respect you a lot because when you was in when you came to MJ's live the day before last, like
Mm-hmm.
you're always cool. You always say it how you say it, how you see it, and you don't pull any punches. I respect you a lot for that. And man, you're funny as hell. Even though I don't agree with almost everything you say, but also you just make it so funny. Like I can't help but like you like the brother I always wanted but never got to meet. So like
Thank you so much.
Dude,
Thanks,
Yeah, I
man.
told you. I told you,
That's real
Chris,
shit, man.
Chris, that dude, man. I told you that when I.
Even though you did say
It's true.
something earlier in your live saying that sinners was demonic, I was like,
I really meant that shit. Like people overhype that movie so much, and I'm like,
but this is my thing. But this is my thing, Chris. But my thing is, you seen Vampire in Brooklyn, right?
yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay, so if you seen that movie, that wasn't demonic for you.
I mean, it was demonic, but it was a comedy as well. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But also, that's you can. Have you seen
It was Eddie
Vampire
Murphy.
Diaries?
Yeah, but I mean, I get where you're coming from. Like, if you really look at it, the overall like message to that movie is like literally colonization. It's spiritual. It's a lot of hidden messages in that movie. So like a lot of shit that I was saying, I was like literally joking, but literally it was a very dope movie. But and then at the same time, I think it was really, really overhyped. But I did still enjoy the movie. I enjoyed the whole experience to Sinners. Would I watch it again? No, because like it's just not like my thing. But I did enjoy the movie.
That's what I was gonna say. I understand what you were getting, but I do see this trend of like people who are like as someone that grew up in the church, and like I see this trend of black people and even some white people using the whole like everything is demonic card to justify their hatred of a movie or their disdain of a movie, and it's kind of like when I hear people say that, it's like you either going through some Stockholm syndrome shit because you got some religious trauma going on right there, or you're only using that because you want to hate something because it's black made. Cause I hear because I see a lot of people say, "Oh, when black directors make movies, it's demonic or it's evil." But if a white person did this movie, nobody bats an eye.
But you know, with that thing, like you already answered you already answered your own question, right? Because you know, with white people, they want to see black people at a certain level because as a race, like we're powerful people. So of course, like just like in wrestling, you know, with John Cena, they literally took a black gimmick and they actually marketed off of that shit. So that should tell you like what society thinks about black people. Like they want to take our race, they want to take our culture, they want to take like what we built, but we'll never get the fucking credit for it.
Never.
That's crazy. Ain't it wild though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if you think about it, Rikishi was rapping way before John Cena, but nobody made him a fat rapper.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly.
I mean, but they had his ass cheeks
Shout
out,
out to
so
Ryan Coogler though,
they covered that up.
He's a fellow dude. So I don't say anything about him.
I mean, but still, you still need to give love to the big boys. I mean, shit. I mean, it's us that's keeping y'all bitches warm at night.
He could have been WWE's Biggie.
I'm a bad man. He was more known for his ass cheeks.
Yo, who said that? Who said I'm a bad man? Who said that, yo?
I'm just saying.
If you go chubby,
it's the chubbiness that's keeping y'all bitches warm at night. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Well, on that note, everybody, I'm gonna go to bed because it's like 1:00 here, so I'm gonna go to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Chris, all right, man.
Chris, real quick,
Peace
I'm
out,
gonna
bro. Be safe.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man.
But I just had to let him know that that's my dog right there.
He's cool. He's cool, bro. He's definitely cool, man. Like I told y'all, like I told Darkwing off camera before we started the show. I told Darkwing Chris was one of the first people that I met on Wrestle Talk, and he just told you like when I first came on the Wrestle Talk, he's one of the first people I met. I remember I met you too, Smart. I remember there was a few people that I knew that was like very consistent on Wrestle Talk. Smart was one of them. Chris was one of them. There was somebody else. I think I seen. I don't see him that much anymore. Scoop. Who remembers Scoop? You remember Scoop?
Oh, Scoop. Oh, I love Scoop. All the questions we had. Oh,
yeah,
man, the question was.
Yeah, Scoop was like real consistent on Wrestle Talk, and there was a few other people. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them too much now, but definitely in the beginning stages of Wrestle Talk, when it was just starting off and Wrestle Talk was trying to find our identity. Those are people that I ran into. So, like I said, bro, you with Chris, like you in good hands, bro. He's going to help you navigate as far as the whole situation for sure, bro. Yeah, but
I've actually talked to Panda some too. Panda had some real good ideas also.
Yeah, Panda definitely, man, and like I know he don't talk about it. I know he doesn't talk about it that much, but he's really a jujitsu expert. You know what I'm saying? He'll really like choke you.
I may not be a jiu-jitsu expert, but I know how to take down people and put some people on their backs as a former wrestler. That's
Yeah.
my job.
Oh, dog, I love the fact that wrestling's getting like it's due, man. Like I mean I do Greco. I still do Greco. Like like I don't know how we could do it, dog. It's terrifying that
Now,
wrestlers
I
don't get
think
enough credit, bro.
now I think it can succeed under one condition: Hulk Hogan cannot be a part of it.
Well,
Yeah, because he's a wrestler, bro. He never really wrestled.
I'm talking like you got to think
Hulk
about
Hogan's
this, man.
reputation is bad.
But Panda, you got to look at it like this: as someone that was a wrestler in college, and that wrestled from high school to college,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that type of realm is they're not familiar with. They're more of the entertainment aspect of wrestling. They don't know anything about going through like the meets and going through the Olympic trials and being on that mat and knowing the point system and stuff like that. So
would it work with Kurt Angle?
Yeah, Kurt Angle would have been
yes,
a better choice.
Kurt could do something like that because Kurt is a two-time is an Olympic gold medalist. You can use what's the kid that supposed to play his son?
Who's the other guy? Who's the commission guy?
Dolph Ziggler's an intercollegiate wrestler too. Dolph is.
Dolph could.
Chad Gable. Chad Gable is one too.
What's the black kid that was supposed to play Kurt's son at one time?
Jonathan Gresham is another one.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Gresham. Yeah,
you talking about Jason Jordan?
Yeah, Jason Jordan.
Jason Gordon, he's an agent in the WWE. He's an agent.
Yeah, but so there's a plenty of plethora of guys with real collegiate.
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah,
definitely Sheldon.
Shelton Benjamin.
And Bobby. Bobby got intercollegiate background too. Bobby Lashley does too.
Yeah.
I think didn't he go to like a community college? I think
he was a military wrestling champion at
175,
dog. Imagine that. Bobby Lashley at 175 wrestling in the military. Like, dang, he ate all of the protein, bro. Come on.
But yeah, man. But Hulk Hogan, man. Nah, Hulk Hogan needs to stay out the wrestling business.
Yeah, he got too much of a checkered history.
He's too much. I would say the last 10 or 15 years, he been kind of.
He just full on racist. They just call it what it is.
Yeah. Well, the hard thing is wrestling is a real meritocracy,
it's not
bro.
Just the racist stuff. It's the lion. It's the lion. It's the how the way he. How the way he kind of treat his daughter. It's kind of weird.
This kind of feel like if it kind of feel like when EC3 tried to come out with control your narrative, and they promised everything gonna be different and well now, but it's like some of y'all reputations are not looking too well to just be like, hey, it's gonna be all good thing. Like I said, I don't think Hulk Hogan being a part of it. I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people gonna look at them and be like, hey, especially black, like you said, black wrestlers like Gabe Stephen. Like we don't even know how he might feel about it.
Yeah,
with the whole Hogan situation. You feel me? Like that would be a good one, but
no, but Gabe Stevens is kind of different, y'all. He ain't like he's kind of.
I think Gabe will be a good face for that type of thing because he is like
he was a flop in wrestling. He was a flop in WWE.
I mean, you know what? You can have Jordan Burroughs, and you can even have Chael P. Sonnen. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Chael Sonnen from UFC. He was a great. He loves that pro wrestling stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Shelton Benjamin
only works with certain people. I think Hulk Hogan is not him or Eric Bischoff is not the right.
Yeah, it's over for Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan needs to go back to doing like those bath commercials for old people where they have the little lock that can lock you in the bath.
Go Eric Bischoff. If I'm Eric Bischoff, if we're gonna do wrestling, okay, we got Eric Bischoff, right? If you want to bring people of color in and somebody who is a well-known wrestler, well-known UFC fighter, you bring in Daniel Cormier.
That's a good spokesperson
That
for
is a good spokesperson.
Yeah, man.
And he can train you.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they got Izzy for. Izzy's
But yeah,
going to
you
be
don't need
like
Hulk Hogan, man. You don't need Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
You
need
know
Hulk
what? If Daniel Cormier is not training, he'll be a great commentator. If they do the commentating for that freestyle wrestling, he'll be a great commentator for it. You like this is my thing before we close out, right? This is my thing, right? If they're doing something like this and they're going to make it work, I feel like because a lot of folks are the only way they'll gravitate to it is if they're going to have to add some sort of entertainment aspect to it. I'm not saying, but don't make it look fake. Don't make it look fake. Let it be as real as it's supposed to be, but you're going to have to add some entertainment aspect. Don't add no characters or no gimmicks to the actual wrestlers, but add some commentary to it that's colorful. If you get so you get somebody that knows wrestling, so you get a Daniel Cormier, and then on the colorful side, maybe you get somebody from pro wrestling. Maybe you get a Jerry the King Lawler, or maybe you get a Tony Schiavone or somebody like that.
Marty, what's his name? Marty.
Mario.
I know you're talking about.
Mamma Mia.
Marty.
Yeah.
Mario
Bordello. Yup.
Yeah, he does boxing
Once you
right
think
now.
of Joey Styles.
Because he's done MMA too, so he's got the voice for it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Snoop. I'm kidding. Give me Snoop on commentary.
That would be a great idea. But yeah, you know.
And I did hear from the last thing I saw about it. It was a clip on like Hulk Hogan. It was Hulk Hogan. What's the name? Eric Bischoff and Izzy on Fox News. They were talking about it, and I guess so far the plan for that, like to make it seem real but not have characters. He was like almost like how American Idol does, but when you see the person and they tell the whole story. But then he's like he's gonna let the rest of that be like be their I guess their lore.
Like the voice.
Yeah, or like the voice, yeah, like so they tell their story of like where they came from, growing up, fighting, and all that. So like that's their background, I guess their actual story. So it's not going to be a gimmick, but you're going to hear a lot about the wrestling. So I don't know how they're planning on doing that, and he kind of alluded to them doing promos more.
Oh no,
no. That's
but it's like it's not a written down promo, so apparently like they tell the story and now like the real interactions they're pretty much just talking, like I'm gonna beat your ass type of
no.
It's like
I don't think people
don't need promos in that.
Wrestling, man.
Let it be just action. That's all.
Yeah, I don't.
The only thing I feel like that will help add an aspect to it is the commentary. That's it. That just put the commentary in there. Let them tell their story. Don't put nothing extra in it, because I feel like if they add anything extra, it's gonna ruin what freestyle wrestling is supposed to look like.
Okay, what about the women, man? What about the women?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Just add some commentary. You want to add some entertainment. Okay, so you got a real wrestler who actually did it and is a world champion, and then you add somebody on the entertainment side that you can get that's not working at the moment. Get somebody, get a Joey Styles, you know what I'm saying? Grab him. Hell, you could grab Jesse the Body Ventura for all I care. Like,
no, they ain't gonna work with him.
Now, do y'all think
you don't want to make it gimmicky? Like now, my thing is if they do this as a wrestling company, I can see them doing like, because it's supposed to be weight division, so they're trying to blend like the UFC with.
Or get somebody. Yeah, you get somebody like a Max Striker.
Yeah, I could see that.
I just don't see how you're gonna not make it boring. You have to add like joint locks or something. They're gonna have to have something because the average fan doesn't like wrestling because actual wrestling, because to them it looks like homoeroticism. That's why they have those that South Park episode where the guy was trying to show them real wrestling. Remember that? And the guy's like, "You leave that gay porn alone, man." You know?
Yeah.
It's going to turn off some people, because if you're like us as men, like as someone that was on high school wrestling team, you got to wear a singlet. And some people may think, oh, this man got a bulge in his pants.
Mm-hmm.
Let somebody get the wrong submission hold get put on and be like, nah, I'm good. Turn this off.
Yeah, that's it.
Why his leg in the air? I don't like it. Nope. Turn it. That's it.
Trust me, I someone that wrestled on the state level and in the collegiate level. I've seen some people get put in holes, and I've been one of the persons that's been put in those holes. It's not fun.
Yep. And you've seen those guys that like, they're all tough and they're all like really like, I'm a whoop your ass, blah blah blah. And then you take them down and you hold them down and they start turning into women real quick. They start to flip out.
The most demasculating thing.
They start to demasculate them like really quick. So I don't know, man.
Hey Panda, do you know how excruciating it is trying to bridge out of a pin?
Mm-hmm.
That putting pressure on your neck on your C3 and C4, trying to bridge out, and then you pop your shoulder out repeatedly. I popped my shoulder out 4 times in the state tournament.
Wow, that's crazy.
You crazy, bro? That's you.
Hey, I had to be because I had a record to defend. I was 86-3.
Wow,
86-3. Damn.
Who's elite?
All elite.
Where were you wrestling at, bro?
Huh?
Where were you wrestling at?
I was wrestling at Groves High School.
Wait. Illinois?
No, it's in Georgia.
Oh.
Georgia had a good wrestling program. Like,
wait.
I
Cody
arguably
Rhodes
think that Oklahoma and like Iowa, it's harder to win a title in wrestling in Georgia and California than it would be in Oklahoma and those things because they have so many wrestlers in those other places.
Did Cody Rhodes do some? Did he do some wrestling too? Cody Rhodes. That's another.
Yeah,
one.
he did.
Yeah, he wrestled.
Yeah.
He did.
I didn't know that.
So did Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods did too.
Woods did.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I don't mean to cut everybody off, but this was a terrific conversation. I want to give a special shout out to Darkwing for having him on co-hosting with me. This is going to be out on YouTube, and we're going to be cutting clips and putting it on TikTok. So look out for those clips, because what you say might be highlighted in the clip. So, you know what I mean? Look out for those. I'm going to drop this. This is already pre-edited. You know what I mean? I got AI doing the work for me, so this is pre-edited. So this is going to be on YouTube by the morning. So you are going to see it. I'll send it to everybody so everybody can watch whatever. But I appreciate y'all time and patience. Me, Darkwing and Jay, we're gonna be working on a project real soon, so y'all could be on the lookout for that. And just stay tuned, man. We're gonna keep this train moving. For anybody that wanted to come in on the live, we're at the last point right now, so it's time for me to check out. I got work in a few hours. And I gotta get my son back to bed. I know y'all can hear him in the background now. He's antagonizing me, so I gotta get him back to bed. Yeah. So
I just put mine to bed. I feel it.
Yeah, man. So he antagonizing me at the
Some exciting times coming up, bro. We got some exciting times coming up. I'm looking forward to it with me, you, and Style. So it's gonna be real fun.
Yeah.
Darkwing, man, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm really proud of you. BARZ always, man. Respect.
Yeah, I appreciate
it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I'm going to be at Collision on Saturday in the front. I'm going to be in the front. So I'm going to be turning up. I'm going to be acting a fool. I'm going to go live. Y'all going to see me. I'm going to be out there acting super stupid on Saturday, bro.
Hey, I'm going to look out for it.
If you see Tony Storm, tell her I say, watch for the shoes.
If you see Nightingale, tell him freaking Bill Bro said he's not that single.
Hey, King John, watch your mouth with my wife Tony Storm, bro.
I love when she says that.
Watch your mouth.
For the shoes.
What?
You
Smart, what you say?
You see Willow, just let her know. We dancing too. Just let her know we dancing too. Just the smarts are dancing too. Just let her know.
You see Chris Statlander? Tell her I'm looking for my galaxy. Tell Miss Chris Statlander I'm looking for my stars and my moons because she in my galaxy.
Oh man,
Till
yeah.
I said, what that Jay said? Till I said,
If you
Yeah.
see Mercedes, just let her know. Just get a little bit on beat. She almost there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more. She almost there.
CEO.
A little.
CEO.
It's the rock and the bop that's a little bit off beat, but she almost there. She got it. She got
Somebody
it.
tell Samantha
She
Irving, to go back to announcing though, because she, that music career ain't going nowhere though. That outfit though is elite, but like the music career, no.
I think she's gonna be all right, man. I think it's just gonna take time for
the
Samantha.
music.
Hey, if you see Ricochet, let him know. Just get some Just for Men, so he can stop complaining about being bald.
Oh man,
Just
yeah,
tell him, just
He needs to put on a mask, bro. I'm telling you, he was better as Prince Puma.
If you see Chris Statlander, tell her I say hi.
Hey, man, I want him to have.
back up,
I
back
want
up off
Ricochet's
back
woman.
up, back up off Miss Statlander.
I want Samantha
One
Irving.
wicked say woman.
Hey, back off of Miss Statlander. That's my galaxy.
I'll just mess
All
up.
right, thank you, Bars. Though I'm gonna leave. See ya.
All right, man. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Mark out.
See y'all.
Yeah.
Later, bars. Later, everybody.
Later. All right, bro, man, that was terrific, man. You know what I mean?
man, that was so fun.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna work out some things. I'm gonna talk to Jay. I'm gonna hit him up, and then we're gonna talk more about what we're gonna do moving forward, and we just gonna go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna make this a frequent thing every Thursday. I'm gonna be doing a show with TikTok Live, and then of course, I'm gonna drop my regular episodes here and there and stuff. But I'm gonna definitely be doing that, so then we could we could stay acclimated on what's going on or whatever, man. But
Yeah, I'm gonna be more prepared next time. I'm gonna have what I think I'm gonna do next time is I'm gonna use my work laptop if I can for the YouTube side, and then have my phone for the TikTok side, if that makes sense. That way I don't have to do all that updating and stuff for my tablet. And then my tablet screen kept on freezing, so I had to keep on going in and out of it to get it to unfreeze. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to use my work laptop for the actual live for the YouTube, and then my work phone for TikTok until I can get me another laptop.
nah, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. Whatever you need to do, man, just keep me posted. But we gonna keep doing this. Like I said, I'm gonna do another show like this on Thursday, and off, on the phone or whatever. We're gonna talk about what we gonna how we gonna get this podcast thing going, as far as that. Because I think if we do it on a professional level, we have everything mapped out. We have our certain days when we broadcast. It's gonna work, and how everybody's schedule works, we'll just go from there, And then who knows? Eventually, we could branch out and get more people aboard, man. You see what Ball Bro's doing? Ball Bro he just stretched out to the UK, man. And so, like, it's definitely something that we can do, man. So,
Hey, real quick before I let you go, do you have a link to like the headphones and the microphone?
yeah, like, all right, so I'm in a recording studio. I have my own recording studio. So what it is?
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah. So what it is I got this hooked up to a audio interface, and I got another wire that's hooked up to my phone. I got an AI camera. I got an AI interface type of camera, and then I have another screen on this side, but you can't see that screen. And I got a bunch of stuff all over the place. So, but I'm on the main screen right now. That's the screen that I'm using. But eventually I'm gonna upgrade. Yeah, so I can see everything. So
yeah, me and my wife were talking like once we get moved over to our new house in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna go and invest in like a small little desk to put in our room for me to have, and then have like a laptop or two set up. That way my phone would be free, because she's been texting me this entire time because she was trying to look at our live on TikTok. And then so I'm having to click out of the live to go check her text message, and then go back to the live, and then I'm over here and I'm over there. So like, yeah, I think we're gonna Yeah, she, like I said, man, earlier on the phone, she fully supports it. So yeah, she gonna help me get right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, she gonna get a chance to see this or whatever. And we gonna be doing more things like this too. Like I told you, man, we're gonna get that podcast started, man, and we're gonna do some things. So I got your logo and everything. So I'm gonna set everything up with that. I'm gonna drop the thumbnail. So it's gonna be out tomorrow morning. So you're gonna see it, and I'm gonna tag
Right.
you. Yeah, man. So I appreciate
Yes,
your
sir.
time and patience. Let everybody know where they can find you as far as your social media.
I'm not really on Instagram much, but I am on the talk almost every day.
Mhm.
Darkwing Dubb, that's what we do. I'm on Facebook. It's just my first and last name,
Mhm.
Darius Walters, but I mean, that's pretty much it. But you can find me on the TikTok. I try to do at least one video a day. I try to. If I'm not busy with work or these kids, I try to put at least one out.
Mhm.
So, Darkwing Dubb, we over there.
Y'all heard it first. Follow him, Darkwing Dubb, on TikTok. And you know what time it is. Follow your boy, BARZ Wrestling Media. S got bars on TikTok as well. We'll be back with another hourly episode of BARZ Wrestling Media Interactive TikTok. Thanks for y'all. Deuces.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Please like, share, subscribe.